proper. The time is now.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening.
Hello.
I don't think there's anybody good morning at the minute, but if you are, well, good morning. Welcome, one and all, watching along to NUFC Talk TV. We're doing the watch along. USG tonight, away in Brussels, Belgium, wherever they're playing. Anderlecht. They seem to be all over the shop, these guys. Strange
All the way
setup.
to Brussels on the 1892 club.
Yeah, exactly. There's certainly lots of Toon colours over there in Brussels, so certainly looking forward to this one. Interesting lineup. We'll crack on with that one. No real changes apart from obviously he stayed the same. Virtually, well, 2 out because obviously there's the injury to Tino, and 1 change to the lineup, which is what I expected. But we'll crack on with that once we've done the housework. And then we'll crack on. Welcome to everybody watching across all the platforms. Thanks to everybody that works in the background. Don't forget, most importantly during the show, please hit the like button for us. It doesn't half help us get further as a channel to other subscribers and supporters. Subscribe, it's totally free. Hit that bell for future content. Like I say, we do lots of shows, sometimes 2 a day. If you want to support us, though, you can become a member. There's 2 levels to choose from, depending on the type of content that you want to watch. So please have a look. That will help us as well. If you've got a question during the watch along, then put a Q in front of it. But obviously, during the match, there will be no questions answered. It will literally just be us doing the commentary on the match. That's if I can remember who they are. Anyway, let's have a look at the. Like I say, the questions. If you want to guarantee that question being mentioned, then use a Talk TV Super Chat. Follow the $sign, and that'll guarantee that message read out. And obviously, if anybody that becomes a member during the show, or any of our beautiful members that gift them out there, will be thanked and highlighted as we go on. Obviously, if you want to as well, you can still come on board with the £5 entry fee into the prediction league. Like I say, there ain't a lot of people flying away with it, as never is. It's very difficult to predict any of the Newcastle scores this season compared to any other, if I'm honest with you. Bit of a stop-start, mainly stop, and it's a very slow one. But like I say, do you follow your head or do you follow your heart? And a lot of us just follow the heart because we don't really use logic. But anyway, here we are, me and the mighty win, all the way, I'd like to say from Brussels, but it's not. He's in the northeast.
I am wearing
You wore the magic, yeah.
The exact same shirt that we wore against Royal
Antwerp, yeah.
In 95 or whenever it was, when we beat Royal Antwerp 5-0. And Rob Lee famously scored a hat-trick with his head.
With his head, yeah, exactly.
So I've put in my prediction, 5-0, and Tenali with a hat-trick with his head.
Have you written that down? Is that an official one? That's your 5-0?
That's my 5-0.
Well, I must admit that they, like I say, we'll get into the lineup in a second. And I'm going to apologise before I even do anything, because literally at 22, it's very difficult with these early kickoffs for me. Getting the kids from school and getting them prepared, dinner's done and everything else. I literally put my bottom in the hot seat.
A woman's work is never done, Gary.
You're absolutely right. I need to wear the apron more often. But thank you so much, Queenie, as always, giving us that little bit of support. I'll let you do that one, mate. I'll let you do that one.
So we have got C15 Rise.
Yeah.
Jim Bob. Spirit Universe.
That's a cracker. Spirit Universe.
Oh, we've got one of our
sports
pals is in. You'll never walk alone.
There you go. Welcome on
board. And Kevin Bell. Kevin, why were you not a member anyway? How way, man. Get your
Kev Ball, as I keep calling him. I have been really good now recently because I haven't called him Ball for a long time.
What a load of balls.
Well, I'm going to have to... I don't know whether I've ever told you about my mate Kev Ball. when we went for that dinner and dance, and somebody asked you what your name was, and he says Ball, and I says Allcock. So when they called our name out, it was table for Allcock and Ball. Yeah, it was a clackers. Just got some usual, Anthony Ford's in the chat, Sean, two kind of phrase, Geo284, Steve NUFC, welcome all on board. Like I say, C15 Rises up on there as well. Harpel's on there. Shell, our Toffee Blues in the chat again. Martin's in there. Ed Mancunian Therapy. Welcome, Martin. Nat86 is on board. Mark Wagstaff's on board. Who else is in there that I haven't mentioned? Toon Nut, Jim Bob.
Paul Kelsey.
Yeah, exactly. Aaron Kaint's in there. Ads K1014.
Dom Milburn.
Donny Milburn's in, yeah. And Geordie Dan's in. And obviously, Mighty Mag, our usual crew.
Anthony Ford, me and Dom were going at it on 90s Mags the other day.
Oh, really? You're having a session. It's not like you.
To kind of phrases in, Anthony Ford.
Yeah.
Stephen NUFC.
Have you seen
Roger's
anything
in? Hi, Rog.
From
Fajita's ready.
USG?
He's going to be stuffing his face.
Fajita's ready. Oh, that sounds nice. I haven't seen anything on the USG team. That's what I was going to say. I've seen the Newcastle lineup, but I've seen absolutely nothing on the USG. Just going to have a quick look again to see where we are, if I can see anything. No, it's just...
give you...
Have you got it?
Yeah, I will have in a second.
Loads of comments on the if you go on social media about the Newcastle lineup. I will have a look. I just haven't had a chance. Yeah, you can throw that one up if you want to. You can share it. I was going to ask you because, like I say, luckily, I as always, I wanted to get back for the presser. Did it go okay?
The presser yesterday, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's my notes from that?
Was there anything?
He was asked about Tino.
Did he mention
and he
anything?
said that they were awaiting. It's 2 seconds. I'll just do this so you can get your line up.
No worries. Yeah, because it's like I said, I've heard so many different. And
he said he would make it. He would. They were giving it 2 days till everybody would reckon till the swelling went down, so they could better examine it. But it definitely, the latest there's been on that is that it's definitely not his ACL again. It was an impact.
It's a bruise, which is
an
good
impact
news.
Injury.
But Steve's saying that 6 to 8 weeks. 4 weeks will be international break, October, November. But he's it's obviously quite severe bruising if that's the case. So, like I say, this could have been 3 months.
He was asked about Walter Marder, and he said, the fact that he left him out against Barcelona, would he leave him out against USG because he'd had the game, and could he be tied again? Said we'll make a decision after training. And regarding Bayern Munich's various comments about how we were taken to the cleaners and overpaid for him, he said it was all irrelevant to him. He was very happy with the way he was performing and training. And as far as he was concerned, the fee was irrelevant. Is the Champions League... Did he agree that the Champions League should now be our level? He said, well, we're definitely competitive, as we're proved against Barcelona, one of the favourites. And we're used to it now. We are used to the two games a week. And then Craig Hope, always asking the tough questions, and asked him about Botman and Byrne. And was he going to have to make a decision? And he gave him all the options. He says, you could do this, you could do that, do the other. To which Eddie replied, well, thank you very much. You've just beautifully delineated all of my options. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you now which one I'm going to pick.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, Chris is.
He did say that Dan was a giant in all senses of the word and very influential on the pitch and in the dressing room.
Yeah.
And then Craig asked him the other question that a lot of people, myself included, have been asking, which is regarding the wingers and how ineffectual they appear to have been this season. And he said he wasn't going to end it because obviously Craig Hope named the four of them, and Eddie said he wasn't going to individualize, but they did realize that they needed to focus on getting some form back, and in particular on learning to play with Voltemada, which wasn't going to happen overnight. So that was the presser. I mean, they had J7 on, but really it was all nicey questions for him and how much he loved living in Newcastle and etc., etc., etc.
Interesting. Right then. It looks
Except
like
when J7 came on, he was snapping his knuckles. Look.
Yeah, I managed.
Hey! He's managed and I've gone bang.
Yeah, you've gone bang. I don't know what's happened to you.
No, it's this bloody camera. I keep telling you, every time I knock the table, my camera just seems to disappear. I'm going to reboot. I'll be back with you in a second.
Well, in the meantime, I'll just get this up.
Heads up, I haven't seen any team news. I haven't seen anything. I've been busy with the wife building cabinets for the kitchen, so I'm coming in absolutely blind here.
Right, well, don't worry about that. We'll get you sorted. 2
Just
seconds.
blind and dumb.
Till I do this. Do this.
And to top it off, I'm on zero alcohol already.
And do.
Have you got it up? Or you've got onto there, haven't you?
Oh, you've just there.
Gary, can you never ask me that again?
Which one?
Have you got it
Have
up?
you got it up?
There we have the USG team. I'll make that a bit bigger for you.
You'd think putting the background would be dead easy, but it's taken me 10 minutes to get it to format on the... Because I saved the whole screenshot that you sent us.
You're in the same studio that we are. How about that?
It's cool. It looks very good, mate. Looks very good.
So yeah, in goal they've got Sherpin. Then a back three. They are going. They are playing 3-4-1-2. Quite a popular formation these days. McAllister, Burgess, and Layson at the back, with Kalali, Zogan, Van der Peer, and Niang as the four in midfield. Ait El Hajj in the 10 role, and up front, Rodriguez and David.
Rightio.
So that's who we're up against, and I couldn't tell you much about any of them, but in the forum we've had Strasbourg Steve, who pays particular attention anyway to Bell, and he's got us all shaking in our boots, saying what a fantastic season they're all having.
He told me 2 months ago, he says that they're going to beat Huawei.
And
it's going to be a toughie, I think. This one, very tall team, very physical, but fair. They don't like they don't mess about. They do get stuck into you. Well, it's an interesting one because I'm going to put up my prediction, and I have changed one because I put Pierre in because obviously he came back and he's been training. So it's exactly what I predicted, but I've gone this 3-5-2. Obviously with Hadji, he's the one, the mainstay. But what we was talking about before was they quite comfortably dropped back into a 4. And this system, like I say, can give them a 4. It can give them a 3-5, 3-4-1-2, 3-4-2-1, 3-5-1-1. They'll drop into different formations just to sort or try and confuse. And like I say, they do start really well. They do seem to be, especially at home, tend to start like a house on fire. And obviously, a couple of changes from my point of view with Tino being out. I'd put Hall in because I said it's about time that Eddie Howe grew a pair of balls and dropped either Botman or Byrne. And unfortunately, his balls are still tiny because he's playing the two of them.
And Hall is still not on the bench.
He is on the bench.
No, he's not. Oh, beg your
He is.
pardon.
I'm going to
Yes,
say he
is.
was on the.
Yes,
I'm going to
he
say I'm
is,
sure he was on the
he
bench.
is,
That
he
I
is.
haven't
I
seen him
saw.
line up all the bench, to be honest.
Right, so I mean, we'll put the team sheet up on the screen in a minute. But obviously, the only way this will work now is a 4-3-3. It does limit our left hand side because we know it's not the fact that he can't defend; it's the fact that he just hasn't got the pace to support down that left hand side a number of times and be expected to leg it all the way back 70, 80 yards a time. And keep up with play. It's just not the task to do. So for me, with Kieran Trippier being, the elderly statesman, will we shift to the right-hand side with Kieran Trippier and Alanga? I mean, there's no way on God's earth that Kieran Trippier will get anywhere close to Alanga when it comes to pace. But he can get that ball into a decent area. I want to see something from Alanga, if I'm honest with you. I do really want to get Alanga going because I think at the end of the day, I think the pressure's off him a little bit more away from home. I think, the way we are at the minute, it seems very much like we are looking at trying to develop this side and just putting this side out to try and, I don't know, it's Elanga at St James's Park seems as though he's lost its rabbit in headlights. So being away from home, I'm hoping that extra pressure relaxes him and he's able to play his natural game. I'd like to see Anthony Gordon do something on that left-hand side. I think he's become far too predictable this season, and Premier League opposition just seems to have him in the pocket. He doesn't do enough difference for me. He's always the man who wants to come inside. So if you stand on his good foot, you've virtually blocked the channel. And that seems to be what everybody's go-to is that we're playing against. We know the quality of Gilmares, Tonali and Joe Linton in the midfield. And I think that could be the battle that decides this game one way or the other. Again, do we need to see Bruno take too many risks? I think he can play the ball more often and give and go rather than try and beat the player. Again, not got that blistering pace, even if he does beat the player. So again, I always think there's better options sometimes for Bruno to play it simple and then just move back into space. He's a good player. I just think he makes himself look a little bit cheaper than he actually is at times. We know what Tonali can do, and we know what J7 can do. He's the spoiler. But can he keep his head tonight away from home? Anderlecht shouldn't be a bad pitch, to be fair. I certainly looked at their training pitch, and it literally looked like our Parks pitch. I mean, to be fair, our
But
Parks
it did have two magpies on it.
But it did have two magpies, exactly. And if you
Two
are
for
superstitious, that's right. If you are superstitious, then you've got every chance.
I don't know about you guys, but it's going to be interesting. I mean, ultimately in the future, the way the squad lies, you would imagine that front three is going to be our future front three, alluding if you exclude Wissa from that. So this front three is going to be something that we're probably going to see a heck of a lot of in the future. I'm interested to see what the two wingers do when the ball goes up to Voldemort, because we've rung it up so many times now. If Voldemort is going to be up there challenging for balls, they're not going to win balls if they stay wide. They're not going to feed off drop-offs from them. They need to start coming. I wish I could use the... sorry, mate. I wish I could use the graphic to show what I'm saying. If Voldemort is here, them two are here, they need to be doing this. They don't want to be staying out wide. They need to be gambling, bringing them centre-backs back towards their own goal and trying to win flick-offs off them. Otherwise...
yeah, well, I mean, we did see Alanga. Who was it against? Was it against Bradford? Where he was doing right to left diagonals across the front line. A lot of his runs weren't really picked up, wasn't really given.
The way I see our lineup working there, and we've already had all of the grief in the last 10 minutes about Burn left back again. But the way I see it is, it's definitely a back three. It's a five. It's Gordon left, wing back, Tripp's right wing back, 3 in the middle, and Elanga and Walter Mata up front. And I think Eddie's probably saying to Elanga, you've got to, with his pace and without his defensive nous that Gordon has developed, a lot of his attacking prowess has diminished recently. I'll be the first to admit that. But the one thing you cannot knock Gordon for is his work rate, and he's getting back as he did on more than one occasion on Sunday.
So I've just put it to what you've said there. So you think there's going to be 3 at the back with Anthony Gordon as a left wing back?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen that anywhere?
J7's then got the opportunity to get forward as well on the left, as well as Gordon himself, of course.
I think in theory, I think you're right there, Win. I think in theory you're right there. I think wing back probably may not cut it as in where he's going to be on the pitch, but that's going to be his duty, isn't it? It's going to be to cover Dan Burn, so he's going to spend a lot of time in that part of the pitch. I think Trippier's probably going to be more the one that gets covered a little bit from Elanga, if I'm honest, at times, because when we are in transition, because if Trippier goes forward, that's where we're going to leave space. Thiao's got pace to burn, which is going to help him, but there's going to be times when Elanga's going to have to be switched on and make sure he might not have to make recovery runs, but he's going to have to, just make up the numbers so they don't sustain possession on it.
You see, for me,
but I worry about the right side on that. Looking at that,
yeah, absolutely. I don't like it when Dan Burn. I mean, you can't fault him for his runs, but when he gets caught in these areas, there is no way. Or apologies, there is no way. That he can get back. When he's here, we saw, as Win spoke about the other day, Anthony Gordon has to run 70, 80 yards into the back zones, if you like, to try and get, back in and around this area here, right? To try and cover. Now, for me, that's fine. I'm all for players going forward and being supportive. My concern is when we've all gone on that forward-thinking role, and this is an area of concern for me, is when we play this system and you've got Tonali that drifts across, Elanga, obviously. If Gordon's here and Burn decides to go on the outside, and which we've seen a lot of, I think, again, it was against Bradford, went on the outside to try and get support up the line. If that ball gets headed out into this area here, it's going to be so important for us to win that second ball, because the outlet for Kalali, who is a good player, by the way, his stats aren't bad. I mean, listen, it is the Belgian league. It's not the Premier League. I understand that. But these guys are going to be full of confidence. You don't go to PSV and win 3-1 if you're not confident. And I know PSV aren't playing fantastic football at the moment. But again, this is something for me that we have to be aware of, is the ball in and around this.
And that was away from home as well, wasn't it? They were away to PSV. Shows the they've got and belief that they've got on the ball. So they're going to be confident.
Yeah, if they start producing the ball anywhere into this zone, which seems to be, like I say, the out for a lot of players, even if Dan Burn plays as the left back, I think we are restricted. I would prefer Dan to be orchestrating to the halfway line or just in front, as the ball progresses into the final third, and allow Kieran Trippier to be the one that moves and supports Elanga. Because again, we know that Trippier's got the vision, he's got the passing ability, he's got the technical ability, he can deliver. And I think if Dan Burn, as Win says, does what we do better when he plays this system, is just drop into the 3. Even though we'll probably be a 4, so Chow covers the right side, Burn covers the left side, and Botman covers the centre. He'll just bounce off these two. But we've got to be careful not to be caught short, because David and Rodriguez, like I say, both flying at the moment with numbers. Both seem to be, like I say, very confident in front of goal. and at 1.8 and 1.9, I think, meters. These guys aren't small, and like I say, they seem to be very athletic. Put it that way. Again, it's going to be a lot of muscle, a lot of brawn. But, can we produce the quality on the night? Because if we produce the quality of the Premier League on the night, then this could be a high number. You know what I mean? This could be a high number. If USG decide to make it a brawl and spoil the game, then we have to match everything that they give us back. And that's why I said, can the likes of J7 keep his head and produce? But I think the highlight for me, again, is going to be the Burn situation. We know that Eddie favours the left-hand side. We know he seems to favour Anthony Gordon picking the ball up early. Have they done their own work on Anthony Gordon? Can he get himself free? And can Elanga produce something like he did against Barcelona? Because for me, that was his best game that I've seen in a black and white shirt. Sorry, Ad, what was you saying?
Me, lads, I'm just updating the
I think it's a big game from today, Elanga. He's got to start giving Eddie something to think about on that right-hand side. Yes, okay, Eddie alluded to the fact that he's been slightly unlucky in the sense that he hasn't gotten assists because of missed chances, so to speak. But he hasn't had moments either where he's getting off for seats, really, other than a couple of runs to the byline. If he's going to start legitimately saying to Eddie, look, why am I not starting? You've got to give him, you've got to show, well, point towards why you should be starting. I did this, I did that. I've been able to help in this situation or that situation defensively also. I think that for me is where Eddie's just not quite as trusting as he is with Murphy, because as we know, Murphy's tried and tested. But there's no doubt in it, Elanga has that game-changing moment in him. And it could be just beating somebody and breaking the lines. Murphy's more of from the ball into the box or a shot from the edge of the area.
I mean, he's unpredictable, isn't he, Murph? You know what I mean? Yeah. Because, like I say, he can come inside and shoot with his left foot. He's not got a bad shot with his left, to be fair. But like I say, he's not got that pace to beat the winger, the fullback, time after time. He'll do it on the odd occasion, but he's not a consecutive. Where we saw with Elanga, he can produce the pace. He's done it to a degree. I mean, against, to me, one of the best teams in Europe at the minute. He looked absolutely electric. And I was absolutely shocked to see him come off the field, because to me, he was our outlet. You know what I mean? So when Eddie changed it up, it was like, really? Why take him back, one of your best players, off the field of play, when there's a few others that weren't performing that great, if I'm honest with you. So I have been a little bit shocked, if I'm honest, more than anything else, about some of Eddie Howe's current situation. And so, I mean, Sophie B has put down very strong here. Soph, Howe must win or leave my club, shoehorning players constantly. Strong statement, that one.
She doesn't a spade's a spade with Soph, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I said. We're very passionate, and like I say, when you see some of the performances, especially the second half against Arsenal, I was disappointed, mate. To be fair,
I think that the relationship between Voldemort and Elanga will be interesting to see today, because if Eddie starts seeing that them two are starting to notice little movements in each other, eye contact, movement, that will help Elanga in the long run, because ultimately that's going to be our starting striker. And if he can build that relationship up with him, then they may persist with it, even when he's not maybe performing at his best. As long as he's adding a threat and doing his job, going back that way, then, the times when you expect to see Murphy come in, you might see him persist with Elanga. But he's just got to focus on being a little bit more greedy in his own performance, I think, today, and wanting to stand out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, some cracking views, I must admit, in Brussels.
I've seen some good fan pictures.
Yeah, it seems as though we are taking over every single bar, if I'm honest with you.
Don't we always?
And it's like I say, it's lovely to see. I've just seen this one. Like I say, I dread to think what the noise is like in there. but it seems as though majority of the bars in and around the ground seems to be absolutely hammered. So apologies if you hear any bad language, because I haven't heard anything myself yet. I hope you guys can hear this. Let me just check to make sure that my sound box is chipped, and then fingers crossed you guys hear this. Yeah, it's certainly lively in there. And like I say, it seems as though we have got a number of bars in the same scenario, which, like I said, it just doesn't surprise you being a Toonie, because we travel and we travel in numbers and we enjoy ourselves.
Lager's going to catch up with them, I tell you, because it's stronger over there than it is here, I tell you.
Oh, Leffy over there, mate. Oh, crikey, that is some drink. Oof.
Right, we need scores from Borky. Borky, I'm surprised at you. Get your prediction in. Steve Rock the Toon, Ronald Turnbull, Brian Quinn and Leonard Butler. Scores required. Thank you, gentlemen.
There you go. So let's have a quick look at the lineup while we've got it on the screen. And where am I? There you go.
Been anyone used to Tino? Sorry to interrupt you, Gary.
I've just seen a report from Chris, and Chris has said that he'd seen a report somewhere on X. Dormer reported he's out until December, I think he said. Tino out until Christmas, confirmed.
Some 8 weeks,
So,
I think I've seen.
It's a real interesting one. The under-19s lost to Union this afternoon. Like I say, they lost 2-0. Mayor, Bailey, Charlton, Munda, Shahar, Neve, Watts, Johnson, Finran, Wadini and Alabi. So not a bad lineup against them, but they lost terribly.
There's your lineup if you wanted to dig in, Gary.
We've got some feedback. There you go. I'll let you do that one, Win, while I just have a quick look through my notes.
Sorry, I thought you wanted to say something. Well, the lineup, just to repeat, folks, is Pope, a back four there with Trips and Byrne at fullback, but I've got to say I think it'll be a back five with a central three, with Gordon left wing back. Normal midfield three, bog standard, Bruno, Tonali and J7, with Alanga, Voltemada and Gordon up front. So Alanga preferred to Murphy this time, and Trips in for the injured Tino is the only change from Sunday's game.
I want to ask you guys, with Voltemada scoring two, and it's usually the kiss of death every time we mention something that the players haven't done. Like Win made a comment saying straight away, Voltemada doesn't score many with his head, and he scored two for Newcastle. I said Eze wasn't a great player, and then again straight away, as he proves me wrong. I thought he had a great game for Arsenal against us the weekend. We do often have the commentator's curse. But like you said, And, is this all about relationships now? You know, we've come into a season, you know, you look at the Premier League as it stands at the moment, 6 points from 6 games. Isn't great going, a point a game, to be fair. The worst start since Eddie's tenure. Is it a case of us rebuilding important positions? Because obviously, you know, we all know goalkeeper, defenders, centre halves through the middle of the team in midfield, and then up front, very important to get the right player in the right position. The lads spoke the other night about Eddie. You know, depending on which side of the fence you sit on, there seems to be very split at this present moment in time regarding whether they support Eddie or whether they're against Eddie. Do you guys actually look at this and say to yourself, is it a transitional year? Is this something about relationships? And as we get through the likes of October, International break coming up. Are we on the verge of turning a corner? Have you seen enough to feel confident that there's just a few hiccups that we need to iron out before we start to put 3 or 4 past teams?
No, I think it's just a question of getting used to Voldemort. You know, we've had it, regardless what anybody says, be the best player in the world, but if you're coming into a brand new system, a system which has been historically geared to supplying Isaac, it's going to take time for anybody who's new to bed in. I think that the exception to that could have been Wissa, because, you know, he is a out-and-out centre forward, although he plays on the left, of course, for Congo. But I'm I concerned? Of course I'm concerned, because we ain't scoring goals. But am I panicking? Nowhere near, not yet. Plenty of time. If you actually look, if you compare the fixtures against the actual teams, home and away, in previous seasons, we're down on last year, but we're exactly where we were against, you know, you count Leeds as a promoted team, and the Bournemouth away result, the Villa away result, Arsenal and Liverpool at home. It's pretty much identical results to what we've had in the past. It's just they all happen to be together, and they all happen to have come when we're in a period of transition. The first 3 games, obviously, without a striker, but you could argue that the first 3 games are the best 3 we've played. Well, maybe not Leeds, but certainly Villa and Liverpool with 10 men for a large portion of the time. You know, we played well.
I thought, to be fair, after those 2 games, I thought this could potentially be our season.
Me too.
With the players that we'd still got to come in, you know, and like, you know, you've said before, we've missed 2 of our summer boys. Again, still not great to see all of it. I'll let you do this one, Win. Because I'm sure you'll enjoy that one.
I hadn't what Win saying that. I said a few.
It's Chris, the American mag, all the way from work with a $5. Thank you for the $5 anyway.
Thank you, buddy.
You're just paying yourself. Shame when lying to the folks saying Byrne will be a centre back. Wait a minute, let me get it up. He's paid his money, so he's got to be shown to take the heat off him. It's clear and evident what Howe's doing again. It's a disgrace. Well, let's keep a very close watch on what Dan Byrne does today, and we'll all decide: was that good? Was that bad?
Innocent or proven guilty.
And let's do the same with Malik Chow and Botman, who everybody's raving about.
We had a show at the end of the transfer window, didn't we, Gary? And I said, I think in essence, I think Howe's been slightly unlucky. I think what he tried to do was play it a little bit safe, because if we go back to our top performances over the last 2.5 years, it's always been we start brilliantly. If you go back to the Spurs games, you know, the games where we've given Liverpool really good games, the Villa big throbbing that we give them, we always start well, and it's always starting from defending from the front. We win the ball in transition, and then we break quickly. That's going to be a lot harder to do with Voldemort leading the line, in my opinion, because ultimately you're not going to get that energy from him from the front. So I think that's why he's bought Wissa as well, so he still has that option in games. When we want to play that way, we can. So I did say at the end of it, when he's went to Voldemort, and maybe he's went, look, there's no striker out there. We're never going to get a striker that's identical to Isaac, but what we were trying to do is get someone of that type of mould with him, with the attributes of quick, big, strong, good in the air, a bit of an all-rounder. I think what we've kind of went with there is went, look, let's rip that book up, get something different that we can use going forward, because I don't think Voldemort was expected to be used this much as it stands. I think Wissa would have been my main man, and he would have bedded Voldemort in. I think in the long run, there was an idea in our head of how we want to play in maybe a year to 18 months' time moving forward. Unfortunately, that plan's been fast forwarded at this moment in time, and unfortunately, when you fast forward ideas, you have hiccups, and that's exactly what's happening at the minute. The team's getting used to him, and we're getting used to, he's getting used to the team. So it's building relationships. Once you build up relationships, like we say, we know when someone gives you the side eye, where they're going to go, what run they're going to make, and what ball they want as well. And I think that's going to be more the case with Voldemort. And I don't mean crossing into the box. I mean long ball into the front, so he can hold the ball up, and the wingers and the players around him know what he's going to do.
Past him.
Is he going to try and turn a player? Is he going to hold it up and play it wide? Is he going to try and play off somebody and make a run himself? That's what we need to. That's what's going to take time. I do think Eddie, at 4 months or 2 months ago, got it in his head. Right, we'll bring Mercer in. We can keep things with tactics and my identity the same. The intensity is our identity, and then we'll bring in Voldemort. But unfortunately, that's just not been the case because of the injury.
Yeah. And listen, I can't disagree with him. It's a joke at this point. Not only is it not Burns' position, it completely ruins the left-hand side of our play as Gordon has to cover back to double up. And this is, to be fair, that's one of my arguments about why Gordon shouldn't play as a emergency centre-forward. Because not only are you getting a useless centre-forward, but you're taking away the best threat we've got on the left wing. And by having to cover for Dan Burn, you're doing exactly the same when we have got a left back on the bench. But there is also the possibility, because J7 on multiple occasions now has tracked back into centre half and a left back, covering for, even Lewis Hall when Lewis Hall was playing. J7 was doing. So it might be that I'm saying Gordon will automatically adopt that role. It could be that J7 is there, which is leaving Gordon then to get in front of Voldemort.
Gary alluded to it before, didn't he? If we can win the second balls in midfield, we're not going to be pulled in as deep. Therefore, Joe Linton and Gordon won't be asked to do so much of a defensive role. They're going to be going the other way, which means that we get the most out of Gordon then because he's going to be supported. It's got to be the case. We've got to control the game better. If we keep giving the ball away from these Hollywood passes that we try, then what you've just said there is going to play out. You're going to have Joe Linton.
We ain't even got any Hollywood passes when Cher's not on the pitch, but and Harpal says what makes it even worse, we actually have a left back on the bench.
Let's
C15 Rise, he says he's happy with the lineup. Lewis Hall must not be fully fit at all levels from the in the room.
This is
Jody
just been
Dan
sent to me.
saying we are knackered.
Yeah, this has just been sent to me. This is a metric per 90 from 2024, 25, 25, 26, and you can see, we are stunted, as the title is underneath, in attack from 1.7 to 0.7 goals from last season to this season. XG of 1.79, so just under 2 to not even one goal.
Less than half.
All the way through. Obviously, shots are less. Shots on target are less. That surely can't just be Isaac out and Voldemort in. So what has gone wrong? And, the one thing that, Andy alluded to before, one of my biggest concerns and what I've noticed a lot of the time going forward is the fact that we don't seem to be closing down space, or we're asking our wingers to do the obvious. And that's what I said. If I was an opposition coach, to mark the likes of Anthony Gordon is dead simple because I know what you're going to do. I'm just rearranging something because what I've tried to do here is look at our two wingers and see if there's something different that we can do to make it more nondescript, if you like. So instead of us just going the basic way, let me throw this up because it'll probably make more sense to you guys if I throw it up on the screen. It may not. Sometimes my stuff doesn't make sense to me, never mind you guys. But if if we look at the basics, and what I've done here is I've put what we expect them to do in red. So when it comes up into the full, Anthony Gordon likes to come up onto his right foot, so he'll come inside. But as Andy said, if Voltemada's dropping into that deep 10 role, high 8, for me, the one thing that I want to see more, and I have seen a glimpse of it, but not a lot, is you've seen the likes of Bruno and J7 getting up and around him. And we saw the goal against Barcelona where we played backwards to go forwards. You want to do this one, Win, from random?
Yeah, and we'll go random. Thank you again on membership. And it has gone to Roger Cook. I'm surprised at you.
Roger the Dodger. What's going on? And random. Cheers, buddy.
Dodger.
You're a star. Thanks, mate. And for me, that's why I've put the lines in red, which is what they usually do. We know Elanga likes to blast down the wing and then cut in towards the box. Gordon likes to come inside and play in the inside left position. But for me, the simple football, as you've seen Voltemada do, is just give and goes. Can we see Elanga come in the inside and do a diagonal, coming towards Voltemada and then split the two defenders? Have we got enough balls, if you like, within this side to keep Niang back instead of pushing forward and being a press on Trippier? Have we got enough balls to keep Elanga higher up the field so there's an out? And we've got to start looking at the Liverpools with Salah and things like that. We've got to start utilising the strengths of this kid. I've seen Elanga, if I'm honest with you, playing a Murphy role. Now, he's not Murphy. He's not a defensive-minded kid at all. And we saw that at Forest. He was an out. He was an attacker. He was a counter-attacker. And he was literally left as the highest point, if you like, at points. You'd even got Chris Wood dropping back, leaving Elanga up towards the halfway line because he was there out ball nearly all the time. And a lot of their good fortune last season was the sucker punch. They drew players on from the opposition and then a counter-attack. And they got a hell of a lot of success. And I must admit, he looked absolutely amazing doing that counter-attacking football. I just think Eddie Howe at this present moment in time, as trying to ask him to do something, he's just not comfortable doing. He just doesn't look comfortable at this present moment in time at Newcastle. And that can only be through a tactic that's been thrown at him where it's just getting confused. What did it's like a case of, what are you buying me for? Are you buying me for my attacking prowess, my pace, or are you buying me for a defensive-minded player that I'm not? And this is why I think, playing a 5 at the back, it does release Elanga, but what does it release him to? And I'd be more than happy for these guys to go and play the 4 at the back, drop Gordon into midfield and play a 4 at times, and say to Elanga, go and overlap, go and get past Voltemada. Every opportunity you got, go and play the diagonal runs and get into those spaces for the likes of Voltemada to get the half turn and to get the pass within the zones.
And that to me, Barry, go on, if you don't mind putting the graphic back on a second.
The Win doesn't like graphic.
The position you've got the arrows there.
I like the fact you've given Voltemada a goal already.
What do you mean?
He's got him a goal.
Yeah, he's got
the ball over the thing. That's what he's
about. So I'll settle for that.
If that is where Elanga's going to be, we all know Trippier's got all the golf clubs, don't we? And he can hit Voltemada from 20 yards, 50 yards, 60 yards. But there's no point in hitting him in that position on that graphic. So I think the position of Ramirez, exactly, the position of Bruno and the position of Elanga there. If Elanga's able to pull that wing back away from Trippier, it's going to give... Sorry, mate, I've got a problem with my computer here. It's going to give Trippier the chance to get his head up and pick up Voltemada. And then it's a case of, if Elanga's got his defensive head on and Voltemada wins the ball, what does that allow Voltemada to do? He's got to hold it up, it slows the play down. But if he's that side of the wing back, All he's got to do is make a run, and Valdemar can play the ball over the top. He hasn't got to be even being playing sight. Just put it into the space and let Elanga get there, because if he could have 5 yards behind one of the defenders and still get there, but if Trippier can get his head up and he's allowed time on the ball, I think that could play a big part of today, because we know he's got the quality to pick people out. He's got every golf club he needs to be as a footballer. He can play a driven pass from 60 yards. So we cut out that midfield at that point in me. So this is why I really want to see something from Elanga today, because as Gary's alluded to, yes, they're doing well in Belgium, but if we can use the quality that we have in the squad, as well as keeping the pace up in the team, they're going to get heavy legs. And the last thing you want when you've got heavy legs is that guy running into space.
We started to see it last year, though, didn't we? When you had Harvey Barnes, playing more as the inside players. You know what I mean? And for me, I think there is every opportunity you're going to get a little bit more success instead of being, out in these spaces and knowing full well that if I stay on the inside of him, he's going to run towards me. If I stay on the inside of him, he's going to run, down the line, and he's going to try and beat me for pace. So again, it's a case of, are they just going to sit and hang on to Elanga? Well, if they're going to do that, then play somewhere different. And that, for me, is something that I want to start looking and saying, can we not just step in 5 yards from the touchline? Come and play inside.
The thing is, if Elanga goes nearer the box even, he's then drawn one of those two central defenders away from Valdemar.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
He is there, the only player that he's interfering with, for want of a better word, is Liang. So
yeah, but this is the way Eddie sets up these days. He plays the 4-5-1, and the problem is then by the time this is what even if he plays the 4, just move everybody across one. You know what I mean? And play a 4-4-2 and get Elanga into these spaces and leave Valdemar high to come and pick the ball up and then just run the channels. If he wants to run behind or in.
Yeah, you see, I don't want to just see two running the channels. Valdemar is there, exactly where you say, and he's got the ability to move. But there's got to be somebody in front of him. They've got to start taking chances. They've got to start making those moves and unsettling the defence. At the minute, they're too static. They're not.
When Trippier gets the ball, though, in, what I was saying is, if Elanga's on his bike, immediately, as soon as Trippier gets the ball, it means that Elanga's already running at pace. If Valdemar wins the ball and the ball goes beyond the defenders, if Elanga's already full chat and he's within 10 yards of the ball, he's getting the ball. So, and not only that, if he's running before Trippier plays the ball, it's already taken half the attention of two of the defenders at least away from Valdemar, because they're going, hang on, this guy's making a run already. Is Trippier playing the ball to him, or is he playing the ball into the middle? So immediately, the first thing they're going to do is drop off.
Yeah.
And then our midfield can push up. So for me, Trippier could be vital today, but he's going to need help to create him space in front of him so he can get his head up.
That's K1014. Thank you for your £2. Burn at left back is like watching a snail in its prime. Says ads.
Bloody handsome one though. well, if you like.
Done for your suit, man. I've got a few interesting match facts. A couple of things that I didn't know here. USG faced an English side for the 5th time in European competition. They lost their first 3 until last time they played an English side. They beat Liverpool 2-1. I'd forgotten about that. In December 23. In the Europa League, that was when we pipped them to the Champions League. So they've beaten Liverpool in Brussels. And since losing their first game against a Belgian side in March 1970, that was 2-0 Anderlecht to Newcastle. Newcastle are unbeaten in their last 9 matches against Belgian opposition, winning 8 of them. And the most recent of those, however, came in a 2-2 draw against Club Brugge in November 2012 in the UEFA Cup.
I hope that doesn't get clipped up and replayed because we're getting
Yeah,
tweets.
exactly. Well, the lads are in the tunnel, so we are literally a couple of minutes away.
English sides have won 9 of their previous 11 away games against Belgian opponents in the Champions League. Aston Villa's defeat at Bruges put an end to that in November 2024, and that was the only English defeat in that run. The last Belgian side to lose their first home match in a Champions League game was Liège in 1960. So since 1960 in the Champions League or European Cup as it would have been then, none of the last 6 encounters have gone to the English team. And as you say, guys, the teams are in the tunnel. So
They are indeed. Just to remind everybody in the chat, if we can try and keep the scoreline to us, we'll do our best to update it.
we will
as we go.
Let you know if you can sync with us, so there's no spoilers, if you wouldn't mind.
Usually Chris does the time in the slot. So you should be able to see it.
won their only so far Champions League match against PSV in match day 1. And the last Belgian side to win their first 2 games in the European Cup was Molenbeek in 1975. So they've got to make a bit of history if they're going to beat us today. However, Newcastle have won just 1 of the last 9 games in the Champions League. That was the 4-1 PSG victory. And we've only won 32% of our games in the Champions League, and there's only Blackburn Rovers with 17% who've won fewer with a poor win ratio.
That's not good reading, is it?
No, it's not. There's still a few to go. USG had the highest direct speed average on match day 1 against PSV, progressing the ball upfield quicker in their open play sequences than any other team, 2.3 meters per second. Indeed, they averaged the fewest passes, but got the ball the furthest forward.
Wow.
Anthony Gordon scored against Barcelona match day 1, the last Newcastle player to score in 2 games on the trot was Patrick Kluivert in the UEFA Cup.
Yeah, it looks like they're...
Bruno's at the top of the... What a surprise. Bruno's at the top of all the stats of any player in the Champions League this season, with high intensity pressure on opponents, having done it 70 times. And USG's Kevin McAllister netted his first UEFA Champions League on his first appearance. Each of the last 3 major European goals have been away, with McAllister scoring just 1 in 7 home games. And
Who's
there you have
the Geordie fan?
Quirky facts.
Yeah, fact. Isn't there a Newcastle fan for USG? Plays for
yes.
USG.
Who was it again? Let me.
Yeah, I remember them going. Geo Toon, thanks for being a member for 9 months, buddy. He says, "Come on, Newcastle." Yeah, we're just in the huddle. Waiting to get going. So like I say, just bear with us. Newcastle playing in the black and white, which is what I love. None of this green. So in goal, we got Pope. 4 at the back, Byrne, Botman, Chow and Trippier. So he is going the 4-3-3. Joe Linton, Tonali, Bruno in the middle. And Gordon, Voldemada and Elanga up top. Which is, like I say, I mean, it's going to be fluid. Yes, mate. I can't. when you come down,
One.
yeah, just one. But don't forget, you can like obviously open it up a little bit, Andy, if you want a bit more on your screen. Have you got a mouse or a no? Okay. Anyway, we're off. So we're out onto the right hand side with a Langer straight away. Plays
USG.
it inside to Bruno, who looks like he's going to get foul, but the referee says no foul. Carry on there. Chow back into Trippier on the right hand side. Trippier's got a bit of time. He plays it down the line well to Alanga, who nice first touch into Bruno, who plays it up to Voltemada on the edge of the box, but he gets tackled at the last minute.
Heel.
Yeah, tries to get Bruno back into the game, and USG straight away try and get Rodriguez on the move. They're playing a bit of a challenge on Botman, but again, the referee is happy to continue. Still in Newcastle's possession. As Botman tripped there, Byrne just literally stepped into the left centre-back role, and it looks like they've swapped positions for a second there, Botman and Byrne. Ooh, not great from Botman, I must admit. He plays it against the USG.
His first two involvements haven't been exactly.
Oh, J7
just saying, but J7 straight away down at left back.
Left back, and Kalali gets tagged by the WWF champion. So it's a early free kick in the second minute for USG on the right hand side.
Area.
Yeah, and we know how strong these guys are up in the air. You ready to come back on board, Andy? Is it not? It wasn't your pants, I hope. Can you set him up, Win? Bring him back on board while I. And USG again, just take it short. Back out to Hadji, who left-footed, cross towards the back stick, and it's won in the air by. There's a swing of a boot from USG, which is deflected by Alanga. Header over the top. Don't let it bounce there. It's a good header from Botman, and Trippier is just telling everybody to clear your lines. So it's a throw into USG on this left-hand side as we look. USG playing right to left.
Looks a decent pitch considering.
Well, it would be at Anderlecht.
Yes, sorry, I forgot it was being played at Anderlecht Stadium for the capacity, wasn't it?
The Lotto.
The Lotto Stadium.
USG now playing out from the back. Played it long down the left-hand side. And again, straight, quick ball. Luckily, that's gone all the way through to Pope.
Well done, Pope.
Certainly, USG, yeah, I mean, like I say, you can see what they're attempting to do with playing the balls into those channels. It's a tackle on the back of Gordon there from Hadji and McAllister. Sebastian Pocognoli is the coach.
Did he not play in the Premier League?
Pocognoli? I don't know.
You know, play
long
for
throwing up towards Voltemada. Ball bounces over the top of him, managed to control. Plays a lovely ball inside, just a little bit too strong for Anthony Gordon. It's picked up by USG, who again happy just to take it at his feet, but it's a poor clearance again from USG. Quick ball up to Bruno. It's out to Alanga on the right hand side. Alanga now plays the ball inside to Bruno. Bruno plays the sees Tonali. Tonali into Bruno. And then it's fed out to Alanga, who has a shot. It's deflected though, and luckily for USG, it falls to a yellow shirt, and they're able to half clear, but again, no time to dally on that ball from Chow. And Tonali picks the ball up just inside the Newcastle half. Out to Botman, out to Byrne, playing left back. Byrne on the inside to Joe Linton. Joe Linton on the half turn gives it to Tonali. Tonali tries to feed in Voltemada, but again,
done.
Byrne just gets a lucky deflection there. Gets thrown on the halfway line. It's thrown quickly, but unfortunately, Voltemada wasn't able to control that. And the ball is, again, played into the half space. But no USG player read that ball down the right-hand side. So it's given back to Newcastle. Down the line towards Anthony Gordon, who's on the half turn. And the ball is kept in play there. And the Botman decides to... Botman says he's being fouled.
Yes.
Not sure about that.
Again.
He kicks it against himself out for a corner.
Pocognoli He played for West Brom in 2016,
Yeah, I thought he did.
and he went on loan to Brighton.
Oh, that was one for your quiz, mate.
You know, I'm pretty happy with myself that I got that right there. And I got the club there.
I don't think I've ever heard his name. Never mind.
No, me neither.
Corner outswinger towards the edge of the 6 yard. It's headed and it's just over the bar there for USG. We knew they were going to be difficult from set pieces. The ball just on the 8 yard mark. It's headed back towards the back stick, and I don't know who it was. I think it was Nang or David. It was Rodriguez. I beg your pardon. That heads it over the ball. I'm going to be useless with any of these players, to be fair. Pope now goes long. He keeps it on the field of play, but it goes straight to USG head. Chow head clearance up in the air. Botman's allowed it to bounce, and again not being able to get it clear, but well done to Bruno. Sees the danger, plants a good head on it, and it's all the way back into Pope's hands. 5 minutes gone. We're in the 6th minute. Your thoughts, gentlemen?
Well, they've definitely set out the stall that they're going to be aggressive and up behind Gordon as soon as he receives the ball, because he's been on his backside more than he's been in front of them as it stands. I think that's where they're going right across the pitch, but from the looks of it, we've just got to try and speed things up.
Well done, Baltimore. Whoa, again, just straight in the back of him.
Yeah.
They're now slouches, but the referee's giving a throw in rather than a free kick. I mean, he's probably given that as a 50-50, to be fair, but it was like I say, that you can see that's the way the style of play that these guys play. So we've got to match that. That's unlucky from J7, trying to find Voltamada again with the diagonal ball. It's fallen to Trippier, who plays a lovely ball into Tonali. He sees Elanga. Elanga gets a light one there, but there's a chance for a give and go. When Bruno, I mean, crikey, what's that keeper doing there? Punching when he had all the time in the world to catch that. Anyway, we're back with J7. He's giving it to Gordon. Again, J7 comes inside. Sorry, Gordon comes inside. Gives it to Trippier, who tries to feed one towards the back stick. Too much juice onto that, but I think Andy Gordon can keep it in play. He did well there, to be fair, because he was closed down by Kalali, and he's played the ball off Kalali out for a Newcastle throw, deep into the USG half. And to be fair, I didn't see...
He gets caught there, Langer. I don't think he's... We're quite to the degree...
was doing that. Yeah. I think we should have been all over that. I mean, I must admit, Dan Burns got a hell of a throw on him with a guy with 9 fingers. Good throw again from Dan Burns into that 6 yard box. It's headed half clear onto the edge of the box by USG. And Rodriguez, he's come deep to get that ball. He's tried to clear it, but it's come off Dan Burns and it's out for a throw into USG deep in their own half. 0-0, folks, for anybody who's just joined us. J7's just holding his blonde wig.
And we'll try what we tried last time. Can we get to 100 likes if we're not already? And we'll score first.
Yeah, exactly. Let's do this.
77 we're on, so come on, folks.
Come on, guys. It worked last time.
Yeah, you got to 100 and we scored.
Long throw from USG. Headed forward on towards Rodriguez. Bit of a lucky deflection there for Newcastle, but it's fallen to Dan Burn. Gives it out to Anthony Gordon, who's again coming on the inside. He's with 2 challenges there. Referee has eventually given the free kick to Newcastle, but I don't know whether it was the second or the first or the second one.
Advantage.
I'm quite happy with them letting the game go there as long as it's consistent. You know, I think that's the first one in the first proper one. The 50-50 before Welanga going out. I'm quite happy with things like that as long as it's going to be consistent.
Interesting, because we've started quite quickly, haven't we? That's the one thing I've noted. We've got the ball in early to Elanga. It allows him time to move the ball a little bit. So I like this from Trippier. Look, he sees the run. Unfortunately, there's too much juice on that one. But he sees the run and he plays the ball early. And the one thing that I must admit I've been quite critical of Newcastle of late, certain players have too many touches of the ball before they play
making runs instead of... But again there, Botman had lots of green in front of him, and he didn't take the ball forward. He just passed it. The first time he passed it left, and then the next time he passed it back to Trips.
But I mean, like I say, I don't have any issues with that win. As long as I can see a progression.
No, but I keep on
of the ball.
hearing all this, that Botman takes the ball forward and plays wonderful balls and all this, and I don't see it.
He does.
I mean, like I say, as long as I can see the ball progressing forward like it has done at the minute, I'm happy. And whether it means I have to go back first.
Stuff.
I mean, to be fair, the first 10 minutes I've been pleasantly surprised in the way
ball.
Newcastle have started. Great crossfield ball to, come on, Langa. Well done. Plays it back to Tonali. Into Bruno. Bruno now gives it to J7, who tries to give it back, but again, not a great ball from Bruno.
It was a bit of a hospital ball from Bruno, to be fair.
He has to stretch J7 to get a toe on it. Van der Per, who started back in USG's colours.
As long as he's not purring there, aren't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there's Volti pressing the keeper.
Well done.
Forces him into a bad kick.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, they haven't been great from the goalkeeper.
That's nice.
Oh, well, it would have been.
Ball, from Anthony Gordon, to be fair.
Yeah, it was good up until it got to Gordon.
Yeah, the first three.
There we go again. Voltemada, is like I say, he's getting he's tightly marked by Burgess. Voltemada, not giving him an inch of space there, to be fair.
Yeah. He's not far off the ball, but he doesn't get it, so...
I mean, he's not complained at all, to be fair. He's got up, he shook Voltemada's hand. I mean, obviously, he's been tasked with a job to do, hasn't he? A role to watch Voltemada, and like I said, he's doing it. But I mean, you can see what Voltemada brings to the team, and I think that should be worked with rather than against, because he certainly plays that deeper role so much better than Isak did. I mean, we lost the ball 80% of the time if Isak come deep. Tonali with that free kick, and there's a little header away from the USG, and it's out for a corner. It was aimed towards J7 by the looks of it, who jumped up, but it was a glancing header, and Tonali's running to get the ball.
This is another thing. Sorry, guys. Sorry,
right.
How many? I mean, it must be more than half of our team are well in excess of 6 foot. And we just don't seem to take advantage of that fact.
What you're trying to say, tall men don't jump? Or is it tall men Newcastle don't jump?
It's just, there's no doubt there's quality in delivery, and there's good headers of the ball, but is there attackers of the ball? You know, attacking headers of the ball, like an Annie Carroll.
Poor hits the first man.
Yeah, well, not a great corner kick.
Arsenal,
there.
You wouldn't say Arsenal are a taller team than us, so they just
that's a better
make
cross.
most of their...
Come on, have a go. Ooh. Again, the keeper decides to punch from a cross there, flapping a little bit, and it fell just behind J7. First touch was beautiful, and on the half volley, he couldn't keep it down. Unlucky that, to be fair. Nice technique. But the keeper flaps in the air. It's certainly something that you need to work on. But at the minute, it just seems all Newcastle playing in the USG
Lovely stuff there from Tonali.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, he's all right at the minute.
Yeah, Tonali's having a worldie, to be fair. Superb game. And I mean, to be fair, I haven't seen anybody have a bad bit yet. But you know, we've got to take advantage of being on top, haven't we? It's something that we haven't done enough of.
Yeah, you bang on there, mate. This is what we've not done. It's carrying on that we need to. When you've got this, you need to take advantage of it.
Well, you look at the game against the Villa, you look at the game against Liverpool, where you're on top, you're doing really well, and then you get the sucker punch, and it seems to knock the stuffing out of us in recent times. I mean, like I say, even against Villa, against 10 men, we couldn't do anything. Long throw again from Dan Burn, aiming towards that 6-yard, but again, it's come off Burgess. And it's out for a corner for
Newcastle. So is Elanga going to take this one? Because he took some fantastic corners from the left wing again.
Whipping. Yeah, it looks like Tonali's has been told. Yeah, as a set piece man now. Which is something that we've all asked for, isn't it?
Taking them.
No. But again, it's about management. And I keep saying this, you can't expect trips to keep going right to left-hand side, running 70, 80 yards for every set piece. So somebody else has got to take that. And how long is Trips going to be with us?
And if you've seen him at Milan and even Italy at times, he's normally one of the front runners.
Great corner kick, that one. Yeah. Whipped him with some right pace on the edge of the 6-yard box. Just needs a glancing header, doesn't it? And it's goal bound. Come on, boys. I can feel it in my water. I can feel it. I hope it's water anyway. Corner again. Another headed clear on the near post by USG, and that's fallen kindly towards Niang, who's left himself upfield this time. Niang has the out ball, utilising the height of Rodriguez and David, both 6 foot plus as defenders there. Newcastle now just happy to keep it the back line. Plays the ball from Chow to Byrne. Byrne
did strike that well. I know it's a simple pass, but he did strike that ball very nicely there.
Yeah, get it at your feet, son, and no play. Oh, come on, ref.
Well done.
I thought he'd let the game go there, but he's pulled it back. It's a free kick taken quickly. It's out to Alanga. Alanga, come on, take it down the line and whip it, lad. That's a good ball.
That's it.
Whoa, pick the pieces up! Yeah! There you go. Brilliant from Alanga, though. Brilliant from Alanga. He gets that yard down the line and he whips a fantastic ball in towards that 6-yard box.
Okay, not be with his head, but that'll do. That'll do, Doctor. That'll do.
Well done, boys. I told you I could feel it in my water. Great out of his feet. Great ball in that was from Alanga.
Boosh.
And it was Walter Marder. It's Walter Marder. It's deflected.
There.
Yeah, it come off the instep. And it totally wrong-footed the keeper. Is he going to claim this? Oh, it could be an own goal, actually.
Need to see it again.
Could be an own goal. Yeah, but the camera's pointing at Walter Marder. Yeah, it was.
3 of the 4 players that we mentioned just before as they were coming through the tunnel. That link between Trippier, Alanga, Valdemar. Yes, okay, Tonali's come arriving at the edge of the box. And isn't that such a refreshing sight to see someone shooting?
Somebody shooting from... How long have I been saying it? Shoot.
Yeah.
Oh,
the box.
Been with you. I've been your cheerleader on that one.
Here we go again. Newcastle on the break in. If it goes early, Voltemada out towards Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon now again.
Take him on.
Just delays it, brings it back towards Voltemada. Voltemada now plays it to Tonali. Tonali on the right hand side now plays it to Bruno. Bruno just delaying the pass, plays it to Trippier, who's come up, plays it into Alanga, but again, too much juice on that from Trippier. Alanga just trying to keep on side there.
Too much spaghetti sauce.
Too much sauce, sir. Some nice play. Really nice play from Newcastle. Very positive. And I must admit, it's easy to drop your head in the current situation where we find ourselves. But I've been pleasantly surprised.
And it's not a case of, okay, it's against Belgian side. They are keeping the pace up in this game. We've had to be very quick on the ball, 1-2 touches. We've been again there as we're talking about it. It's not a case of they've just been allowing the time on the ball and we're picking them off because we're playing in the Battle League. We've been playing quickly and they've been competing. That was a good goal.
Yeah, but we said though, didn't we? Is it going to be the battle where they spoil it and we come down to their level, or can they produce something if we step up and produce the magic? And as of yet, I ain't being funny, boys. It's like men against boys at the minute. We're playing all the football in USG's off. Win could be right here if this continues, mate, the way the form is. Bruno gets tagged from the back and he goes down. I'm just inside the USG half. Again, gets the pat on the back from the lads, saying, good throw yourself down, sir. Off Zugane. Burn now. Oh, Anthony Gordon. He's done him. All ends up there, Anthony Gordon.
Ref. Get a card out.
I mean, Whoever that was there that needed to pay to get back in, he was done. Who was that? That was McAllister, wasn't it? Yeah. Ball's come back anyway to Botman. He's got Chow to the right-hand side. Again, got into a 3 at the back with Kieran Trippier now playing in the
He's coming out with the ball.
J7. Oh, what a great ball that is from Voltemada. Out to Elanga on this right-hand side. Varanga into the side. Oh! Anthony Gordon. What a great ball again from Elanga. He's on fire. And it seems as though the tactic is working at this present moment in time. Anthony Elanga, Anthony Gordon running on the diagonal to the near post, and he just puts too much on it, and it just goes past the post. Enjoying this, boys, enjoying it muchly.
I'll be honest, it's the most I've enjoyed our play since Liverpool in Barca.
Yeah, absolutely. We just got to keep it going.
Yeah.
Well done, J7. Just does a spoiling job. Plays the ball up again to Bruno into Voltemada's feet on the halfway line. Trippier. Tonali, back to Trippier. Trippier sees a little space. Tonali tries to drag back, gets caught there. Oh, that's a fall, referee. That's a fall. I mean, oh, come on. He was going down before he was anywhere near. Niang there. You watch this.
Yeah, he's dragged his leg, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. That's like, you know, it's called a grub hunter.
I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, Niang now with USG. First time I've really been in Newcastle off with any poise since the first minute. Chow plays a great ball up towards Anthony Gordon. But again, Anthony Gordon's first touch, he wanted to come inside. I mean, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt there. I mean, the ball from Chow was the right idea. Yeah. I just think it was probably too close to the defender. But again, the idea is there to get the ball forward as quickly as we possibly can. USG now just playing the ball into the space, and there's 3 attacking this ball. And there's a deflection off Trippier. It just fades past the near post of Pope, who was diving. I think he had it covered, to be fair, but the deflection could have been dangerous. But the ball, again, that's one of them. It's one of them early balls from the halfway line, and there's 3 USG players breaking at pace.
Not to bring it up again, but it's that ball where they're already on the bike. Get it in the space.
Well, they're still being positive, you know, with this 3-4-2-1 system, with Hadji playing in the 10 alongside David and Rodriguez playing as the pinpoint, if you like, on the Christmas tree. And it's like I said, there's good and bad about a Christmas tree formation, if you like. And if you haven't got the players to move bodies around, it's the first time in the first 22 minutes, if you like, where we've looked vulnerable at the back, where they've got bodies into the pockets of space. Yeah. And like I said, you know, these guys should be showing a lot more than that in this positive formation. And that's how, it's a good shot, but it's straight into Pope's hands, straight down the middle from Hadji. But again, you know, you can see they're confident. They're willing to have a go. Good ball into Bruno here. Bruno's got a chance for Elanga. Elanga on the right-hand side of the box. Elanga just tried to dig it to the back post, but it's poor, and it's a goal kick. It's unlucky because Elanga he'd done everything right, and it was a great ball to him.
Just overcooked the ball to Elanga. It's quite slight. I think he's just reaching for it as he crosses it, isn't he?
Yeah, and that was I'm just looking at the replay for their chance or half chance. There was a slight deflection on that ball going through to Pope, but the shape of the ball fell beautifully.
It goes back, you know, on about shooting. If that is 2 inches further onto the leg of the defender there, Pope's stranded.
Yeah.
Especially how hard the players kick the ball nowadays. I mean, it's ridiculous.
It is, absolutely. USG now. Ball over the top down that right-hand side. Again, Kalali just brings it down beautifully over the top of Byrne. Played into David. David now on the wraparound. He's trying to get the ball. It's deflected off Botman. Out for another. Well, it was Rodriguez. Apologies. Rodriguez deflects the ball out for a corner to USG. Again, They are
Not
very
often
dangerous
Robinson in
on the
out
ball.
inside out like that, I tell you.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, I must admit, he's got some decent control there.
Yeah.
Kaleli now with an outswinger. Again, this is, we've got to be careful. We've got to be on our toes here because these are strung in the air. Ball to the near post. Alanga half clears and the ball bouncing. He kicked it into the floor there.
Good save by
from Zorgani. And Pope, he's falling down to his left-hand side and he just palms it around the post. Takes no chances there. The ball was probably just going into the side netting. Again, outswinger towards the penalty spot, but it's headed over this time. And it's a goal kick from McAllister. Couldn't get himself over the ball. And again, probably just sliding wide, but you couldn't take any chances with that shot.
Yeah, I think it's gone wide, isn't it?
Yeah, just sliding wide. Phil, is that Brugweiler? He's asking where's Shaw, and he's just coming back from concussion protocol. And again, because we haven't got Lascelles in the squad for the Champions League, Eddie Howe can't risk playing all of our defenders in the same game or the same squad now. He's got to give somebody a break. So I suppose the way Chow's been playing, he's on the bench.
That's why you can't hear us because I've been muted.
Oh, sorry, mate. I thought you were watching. I'm watching because this for me just keeps lagging a bit.
Same.
So I'm watching it because it's exactly the same time. So I'm watching on my own TV.
I remember when we were linked with them. Well, God, 12 months or so, even more, maybe January, maybe 18 months ago. And I kept a little bit of a closer eye on him at times. And there is games from Milan where he did look vulnerable, and I was thinking, I would prefer Scalvini to him maybe. But hats off to the guy because Wynn said.
We're going through a spell here where we can't put two passes together.
Wynn had said the other day, how many goals have we conceded when he wasn't on the pitch and when he was on the pitch? He only came on for the last couple of minutes against Liverpool. Yes, he was on the pitch when we conceded the last one, but he wasn't on the pitch when we conceded the other two. So
no, but it's like
we conceded the winner.
I think, you've got to. You can see that he's got the.
That was very much tongue in cheek, by the way, because I know. He's barely been.
It wouldn't be a normal day if I didn't try to pull you down a peg or two. Oh, come on.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Ball out onto the Dan Burn on the left-hand side. He plays it to Anthony Gordon.
Oh, that was a typical Trips side foot volley.
Hold on, you're in front of us, mate. Ball out to Alanga. Ball over the top for Trippier, who tries to play. And then it's a headed ball. Oh!
I've got nothing,
I think that was J7. I mean. No, it's all frozen on this one.
I think.
Yeah. Trippier, like you say, with a lovely instep across. J7 with the free-ish header on the penalty spot. He's getting a little bit of a pressure on his back there. He's probably done enough to put him off there, to be fair. But he should have got it on target.
You can't fault Valdemara's numbers, by the way. His minutes to goals is going to be right up there at the moment.
Absolutely. It's phenomenal. When you think about the players that we could have potentially had before him.
Toon Army in full voice. Wish I was there.
I seen a post the other day on Twitter from a Man United supporter saying, here again, Sesko's going to win the Golden Boot now because he scored his first goal. I mean, I thought, and we get called fickle. I mean,
you know what Jason's having a word with Eddie for?
Oh, he's probably being given instructions. I think we've got to that point now. This is what gets me, though. It's what's expected, if I'm honest with you. Like Wynn's just said, we haven't put two passes together. We do 25 minutes of all-out pace and attack. And then it seems as though we get a breather.
See that again? That was that Tonali again.
That ball inside was a bit dangerous, wasn't it?
Ball from Langa.
It was just
worse.
Yeah. Anyway, USG on. There's something.
I'll tell you what. Why he was talking, Eddie, because Joe
Ooh.
Linton side to midfield. He went to the right hand side of midfield.
Yeah. Crossing from
identified
USG.
that playing that ball, that they get on one, they got in once with
Tonali
that.
gets it out, and the referee hasn't given it. On the edge of the box is a shot. Again, deflected, and it's comfortable.
That's twice Tonali's done a Bruno. Trying to do a little trick and getting dispossessed. Now then, come on. Plenty space. Give him it.
Wide.
Ball.
That's
and
it.
again, straight away.
Go on, straight out. Dan Burn now, out to Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon now picks the ball up, out on that left-hand wing. Again, comes onto his favoured right foot, but it goes all the way back to Botman.
That's fine.
Back
Just keep your
to
foot on the ball.
Gordon gives it to Tonali. And now Newcastle are just taking their time, trying to draw the players from USG onto them. Tonali now drops his shoulder, comes over the halfway line.
Perfect.
Goes square across to Trippier.
Right, now go on,
to
take him
Elanga
on.
now. Elanga, down the line he goes. He's got the burners on, but it's just a little bit too long.
Much spaghetti sauce. Puts it out.
Puts it out of play. Unlucky though. Good intention.
That acceleration off the mark over 5-10 yards is just. I mean.
Yeah, like I say, he's just really outstanding pace. Unreal.
There's his fancy trickery. Gets dispossessed though.
I thought the quickest play I've ever seen live up run past me in a match was Yedlin and Henry, and I bet he's not far off the main. If not,
I think
it was Yedlin's feet though, wasn't it? His legs looked like road.
Yeah, I'm going to say. Yeah, his legs always seem to go twice as quick as his body did.
I mean, Martins was unbelievably quick without the ball. But with the ball, it was a little bit of a different matter, wasn't it?
Yeah, well done again.
Biggest legs I've ever seen in my life.
Always seems to be comfortable in there, to be fair.
Go on.
Go on, Elanga. Again, Elanga got the burners on the right-hand side. He gets past his player.
Brilliant.
Oh, unlucky. Just couldn't drag it back, or didn't get enough pace on the ball in the middle.
Not enough spaghetti sauce that time.
Yeah.
Not enough purchase.
And Voldemort had just read the ball and he was running towards that near post, but like I said, just wasn't enough. He was just falling as he tried to pass it square along the 6 yard box.
That's the type of one that you would like to think in 4 months' time, Voldemort knows what he's going to do before he does it, and he's there.
Yeah. Well done again.
Take the heat out.
Take the heat out. Chow. Certainly playing with a lot of style at the minute, Chow. I like the look of him. Played the ball again up to Voltemada. Voltemada out to Trippier. Gives it back to Voltemada, who's deep at the minute. Playing in a very deep role. More of a 6, if I'm honest.
On his bait.
Nice give and go there. Anthony Gordon across to Kieran Trippier, who's got loads of time. He gives it out to Elanga. Elanga now running again towards that byline. Brings it back, and he gets tagged, but the referee is saying, carry on.
That was
I don't think that was a foul either.
I don't think it was a foul either.
The press was
poor. He had all the... No, that's a good run.
Go on.
Well, go after it, man. Put some pressure on.
Yeah. That was just far too easy, wasn't it?
That was poor.
The ball looked a decent ball to put the press on that. And the minute you could see the defender was panicking because he just hoofs it. USG now bringing the ball out of defence.
Starting to get a little bit of momentum. We need to really start to reinsert our impetus in the game. Otherwise, all we're doing is going to invite them onto it.
Again, it's like I say, you can't count on luck, but luck counts, as Chris says. But and you've got to. It's only got to be a deflection, and all of a sudden, all that hard work you've done is out the door, isn't it? Free kick from J7 on. Khalil. Oh, it's going to be a yellow card. There you go. What is it with J7? What is it with J7? Fucking, I mean, he does a couple of challenges and straight away. Is it because of his size, do you think? I mean, he's hardly anything on that. They're both going for the same ball.
I think the referee's
and
right.
He gets it, by the way.
I must admit, I mean, his studs does go towards his shin.
I think that's what.
But he gets the ball first.
He does. There's always this thing. Oh well, if you win the ball, it's not a foul. Look, you can win the ball and still create a foul, but not every foul's a yellow card. Come on.
No.
I mean,
that's like the Pope, isn't it? Penalty decision. I mean, it was crazy to look at it, and everybody was like, "It's still a penalty because he still fouled him," and I'm like, "Not if you've won the ball."
No, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I don't know if you've seen yesterday. Jay Bruthroyd was on Sky with David O'Leary, I think, or Mike, one of the old retired referees, and he's sitting there arguing about rules with the referee. And you're like, no wonder. I mean, I watch Under the Cosh podcast all the time, and not one person that's played with Jay Bruthroyd has got a nice word to say about him. No. And he's managed to get a job on Sky.
Well done, Anthony Gordon. Playing early, Tonali's in, for fuck's sake.
Oh, lovely. Beautiful.
Well done, Baltimore. Plays it out through to Alanga. Alanga now plays the ball into the box. Oh, that's a penalty. That's handball, referee. Was that not handball?
I think he has. Looking at it.
I'm surprised because that looked like handball to me. Oh, I mean, nah. It hit his hand. I mean, I'm not going to give that. It looked like
his hands in a total natural position, keeping him off the deck.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I thought when I first watched it, it looked like he moved his hand towards the ball, but he didn't. Ball over the top for USG. He let it bounce, Chow, and it's all the way. Well done again, I suppose, because he's allowed it to go all the way back to the keeper. He put himself in between Ball and David. Pope decides to throw it this time because it did go towards Voltamada, to be fair. He kept it on the island. Haji, who's been really quiet in the first 38 minutes.
What Howe should do is, I mean, I know it sounds daft, and shoot us down if I'm wrong, but in training, when they should practice Pope getting pressed on the ball and kicking long, and just say for every time you kick the ball out off the green stuff, you're going to have to donate £10 or 20 quid
to the charity.
The Christmas kitty or a charity.
Well done.
Because I tell you what, after 5 days of training, that's going to top up at the end of the week, the way he goes on.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he goes straight. Nutmegs Niang and Anthony Gordon there. Nutmegs McAllister. Botman, Tonali into J7 again. Hospital ball from J7. There's got to be a yellow card though. There's got to be a yellow card. Yeah, it's got to be. It looked a little bit late there, to be fair, on Tonali, but it was
a little bit there though, didn't he?
Yeah. Van der Peer saying, pleading the innocence. It looked a bit late, to be fair.
Yeah. I tell you what, this 38 minutes has gone quick.
Well, you always know it's a half-decent game.
Yeah. But we said this Sunday, didn't we?
Yeah. If it's a half-decent game, it does go quick.
And as obviously been totting up, he says one more yellow for J7 and he gets a ban.
Really?
It's 3, isn't it? Is it 3 in the group stage win?
I don't know.
We'll have to find that out. USG,
I think he got a yellow card against Barca, didn't he? It may be 2.
Yeah, Rodriguez having a challenge with Ilanga. He does well, Ilanga, to be fair. Plays the ball to Bruno. Bruno out to J7, who's into the halfway line now. Guys it out to Anthony Gordon. It's a little bit delayed, the pass, to be fair, behind him. Anthony Gordon comes on the inside, plays it along to J7. J7 does try and give it him back, but it's a bad ball again. Played straight back to USG, though, who tried to play out of the defence.
Gordon's been showed by Ilanga what to do in this game to hurt them. Get to the byline, get the ball in the box.
Yeah, Niang. Plays it all the way back to Layton.
1 match suspension for 3 yellow cards in the league stage.
Sherpen. Ball up to David, who's on the turn. Plays the ball inside.
Unless one of them results in a
Hadji
red.
now. Out to Niang, who again, first time up to the main man. Rodriguez.
By the way, apparently Marseille were very, very good last night. I haven't.
I haven't seen any football whatsoever.
Yeah, I was playing pool last night in a rearranged game because of the Barca match. So I've never seen a thing, but I've seen a lot of comments. I think it was Strasbourg Steve sent us a message saying we ain't getting any.
I knew where that was going to go before he decided. You know, before he'd beaten
Here we go again. Elanga down the right hand side. Some lovely play again from Voltemada to see Trippier. Elanga onto the inside now, and he gets tagged. It's a penalty.
That's in the box. That.
Yeah, it's a penalty.
That's a pen.
It's got to be a penalty.
I thought he was outside the box.
I mean, Lyson's. I mean, to be fair, he's on the corner of the penalty area.
I've just seen Voldemort recording about the penalty, by the way. I don't know if you've seen it.
That's in.
Just on the inside. Yeah, it's a penalty. Long he's so light, he's unreal. Penalty decision.
Yeah, he's miles away from the ball.
He's lucky not to get a card for that, you know, because he's nowhere near the ball.
Yeah. I'm sure I've seen Voldemort look at Gordon and go, I'm having it. So I think Trippier's doing this thing where
Trippier's doing his thing.
Yeah, Trippier's guarding the ball, as they say.
As they say, yeah. He's
taking the sting. But it's a poor challenge from
I'm surprised
Lyson.
doing this to Gordon, mind.
But have they?
Did Lyson get a card for that?
No, I don't think he did.
Oh, Anthony Gordon taking it. Oh, okay.
I'm not too convinced on that. I would be giving it a Voldemort to me. Or Tonali. Before I give it to him.
I mean, Elanga does well. He gets toe to it, plays the ball, but then gets... I mean, he's playing the ball to Hadji, to be fair. There was no need for the challenge. Anyway, it's Anthony Gordon from 12 yards, team. Let's see what he can do with this one. Facing Sherpen. Anthony Gordon runs up. Panics in the back corner. Come on! 2-0 to the Toon.
And this is where stats on SofaScore don't tell you the whole game. Because his rate now is going to go be ahead of Langa's, but Langa's had a better game.
Absolutely. I mean, to be fair,
Elanga will get that because that'll class as an assist. Getting the
I still would argue that probably SofaScore's got his score higher though, because he scored.
It's mental. It was a good penalty though, to be fair.
Yeah, it is a good pen.
Yeah, Elanga's doing absolutely fantastic, I must admit. Like I said, he's away from home. He's probably got no pressure on him. He looks relaxed. And he's playing much higher up the field, which is good to see.
Yeah, I'm happy for them lot. They probably had a nice midweek mental 24 hours in Belgium. Some of them have been nursing a bad head, I would imagine, from the first night.
2 goals in 2 matches for Anthony Gordon.
Yes, he's the first player to score in the first 2 Champions League games since Kluivert.
Yeah.
Tell you what, their manager Gary's obviously been watching the show because his beard's quite similar to yourselves.
Well, he can't be asked to say.
Well done, Voltemada again.
Just gets tagged there though, and the ball goes out on that right hand side, and it's picked up by USG, who's got a bit of a run down that right hand side. Early ball into the box. There's a shot. And it's just high and wide.
3 points to again.
Was that Hadji? First real attempt from Hadji. The ball literally just come up off the floor. So he's cut across the ball on the half volley. And it's high and wide, thankfully for us. Nick Pope just sees it over the bar. The school of Pope kicking is off again. So let's see where we are. See if we can keep it on the island.
I can't believe these comments coming in, but you know, slagging Burn at left back. What's he done wrong this game?
He's not been tested.
I just can't believe it. It's just
really
there's this agenda. You know, you can't play left back, and so it's just. Give over, man. Get yourself a life. Watch the game. Don't just listen to what other people say.
I'm just going to say,
PDK coming to the rescue there. Thank God for that. Somebody was sent. No wrong with Byrne at left back. Thumbs up.
As it
ball
stands.
across the should be picked up from Elanga, and it is. Elanga's gone play back to Trippier. Into Tonali, back to Trippier.
One touch as
just
usual.
inside the Newcastle off. Nice little ball inside to Elanga, who shows a little bit of sense there. As everybody's come onto the right-hand side, he goes on the inside and he gets the ball out with J7 now. We're back
By
to
the way,
Elanga,
did we hit them 100 likes, didn't we?
Again, Elanga tried to give and go with J7. Ball's fallen back to USG, who again, Elanga does well on the halfway line on the turn.
On the left wing,
He's getting tagged all the time. Every time he gets the ball, to be fair.
Did we hit them 100 likes?
2 minutes additional time, of which are into 1
89,
minute
mate. 89.
No, come on. We're getting
we're
2
in
goals.
The final minute of injury time, team, and it's USG 0, Newcastle 1. It's like the Eurovision. Nil point.
Hi. Must be Gina G again.
Good ball.
Great ball again. Voltemada.
A bit more likes.
Nice little turn on Anthony Gordon there. Gives it out to
so it looks
Byrne.
like Gordon and Elanga have switched.
Yeah, that's again bad ball there. But Dan Byrne with his go gadget legs manages to get a toe to it. Tonali, Byrne back into Tonali. Tonali now just simple.
Jimmy has got the go gadget finger in it.
Yeah, exactly. And there's some nice movement here from the ball. Newcastle content to play the ball simple.
And
the referee gives it half time.
First off.
Yeah, settle for all of that.
Not our best. Not our best, but that's a good sign that you can still.
No, but they're playing with intent, Andy. And I think, like I said, the biggest problem for me is, whenever you see a team that's struggling to score a goal, it's what's the intention. And today the intention's been get the ball back and play it early into Elanga. Elanga's he's worked hard down that right hand side. He's created both goals really from his work rate. So for me, he's been the star performer for me.
For me as well, and he's going to have to send us a nice thank you, because I did want him to do well today.
Well, that's what I said. I mean, he needs it. He needs it as a confidence boost, a pat on the back. And the problem is like I said, I just think there's probably been a little bit too much on his shoulders from the gaffer to say, I want you as a defender against some of the teams that we've faced already. And it's not his game, and it's made him look quite average. Poor, if I'm honest.
I tell you what I'm slightly perturbed by. I would have thought if Wolfie had wanted to take that penalty, they would have let him take it.
He did. He went to Gordon. He went me. I seen him.
Did he?
Well,
I'm surprised, because I think if he'd wanted that penalty, they would have given the penalty.
No, I'd seen him. He was walking at the edge of the box. Gordon was walking inside the box, and he went to Gordon. He went me. And I didn't know what Gordon did because it panned after that. But obviously he said, no, you can piss off.
This is people saying what they want to see, because Ads K there is saying, well, with Walter we look so much better. Tonali class as usual. Tonali hasn't been at his best today.
Oh, come on, mate. Everything good we've done on the ball has started with Tonali, in my opinion.
That's a massive statement, and I would, when I watch it again,
it's a massive statement that you'll find out is true when you watch the first half back.
Well, there you go. What I would say is that untypically for Tonali, he's been caught twice.
Yes, he has.
In possession, when normally he wouldn't be, because he's tried. And by the way, I'm not decrying him for trying to be inventive, but to me, that's not his game. His game is one touch. That's what makes him the player he is.
Tonali has been phenomenal. So there's one that agrees with me. Tonali has been good tonight, Rebecca. I think the democracy is starting to play against you a little bit in the chat.
It's the democracy of perceived wisdom,
A perceived wisdom, right, okay.
as opposed
Was
to
it your cataracts
eyesight.
just covering your eyesight today, or I'm not sure.
So
I'll tell you
American
what.
Mark,
agree with you,
in with these two. Who's better tonight, Win, Tenali, or Burn? Well, Win's best.
Let's
Tenali or Burn. You know, Tenali's been more effective than Burn.
tell you
But
one thing I'm spotting now
Burn
that
has
I've
done absolutely nothing wrong.
maximised this. I need to hurry up and get that laptop because you two look beautiful and I look like I look like that.
You
You know,
look-
I thought you just got a new laptop.
No,
No,
I
he hasn't
bought a
got it yet.
laptop. I used to come on a daft iPad. I've bought a laptop. Well, I got a laptop off Wallace's father. But it's probably older than you, Win. So
you see, when you say you two are beautiful, all I was going to say back to you was that you look like a Victorian under candlelight. But I mean, don't take that offensively, mate. Oh, bless. I mean, to be fair, it's an interesting
Alexa,
look.
smart plug off.
Oh, look at him! Look.
There you go.
There you go.
I'll look like Andy.
There you
I
go.
feel like Patrick Swayze in The Ghost, when he goes to Demi Moore. Take it with you.
It is an interesting one. Just have a quick look at this, guys. This is our pass map for the first half, and look how condensed we are. Look how narrow we are. So we know when I said we need to start winning them second balls.
Yeah,
that is the reasons why we are winning the second balls. The two banks, if you like, your midfield and your defenders, as you can see, we've gone to 2, and then you get your 5 because obviously Dan Burn, again, I said about Trippier moving forward and then playing a slight 3, if you like. It's a fluid 3 to 4. I like it. What is interesting, where usually you've got the thick lines and the thin lines. Now, the only thin lines is across the back two, if you like. I like that because that means that we want to try and get the ball forward at every attempt. The other thing I like is the fact that if you have a look through all of the spider web, if you like, there's balls going everywhere. Compare this to USG. It looks a little bit dodgy, if I'm honest. And you can see how much more we've dominated and how much more we've directed the play through the spider web compared to this spider web, where they've only really, as you can see, they've not put many passes together at all.
The numbers that's on there, is that the number of passes that way, or is that their squad numbers?
That's their squad numbers, mate. That's their squad numbers.
Sorry,
So if you go onto the line, it tells you percentage wise how many times they pass that ball out from one position to the next. So this is the higher percentage from both sides, if you like, when you look at the numbers. And it's quite an interesting one. You go on to the general stats here, look, and you can see possession 61% to 38%, lost possession in the defensive half. Again, Newcastle lost the ball a few more times than we needed to. In the mid-section, again, it's very even. Duels exactly the same. And the success rate, it's very evenly matched in certain positions. But again, where I expected them to dominate in aerial duels, we've been a little bit better on 56% to their 43%. Which is very good. And go on to the distribution, and again you can see 272 to 173, so 100 passes more, and they're looking for that quick ball up top, the long pass through the middle, and we've kept it quite not always looking for the long ball out. It's more the quick ball out, which to me makes it a lot better. Passing accuracy has been good. Anything above, I always say, above 80% is very good, and 86% is good. Passing in the opponent's half, again, you can see the dominance there with 136 passes within that area. And again, a high percentage rate, above 80% accuracy in the other half. So
think
for me, you can see the areas of concern. It's like a case of we've got to stop losing the ball when it comes to our defensive areas. We've got to try and clear that ball a little bit early. I think sometimes you play with too many chances, but from what I'm seeing, it's a good
I've got a
first half.
slightly different set of stats than you, Baz, and I'm looking at forward passes. This is Newcastle. Forward passes 92, backward passes 32.
Who's
So
with? Who's this with?
This is BBC.
BBC.
you know what? Do you know the best thing of this is? I'm
Forward
the youngest.
passes 92, backward passes 32.
And I wouldn't have a clue how to check stats while I'm on here. It says a lot of things in it.
And
I wouldn't have a clue.
and the
I'd
other
be
thing
fighting
is
at the last-
successful final third passes, 50 to Newcastle, and only 19 to USG.
I think Trippier's having a quiet. He's going under the radar. He's having an effect without really standing out. Does that make sense?
He's having a good
Especially
game
that
for
graph
me.
that you showed there before, one of the thickest lines, Gary, was passes from him to Alanga, which means that what he's doing is going, I'll just hit you, go and do what you do.
Yeah.
But I think Tonali's come over quite a lot that side, and ultimately Tonali's been best player on the pitch.
I mean, like I say, I've only given it to Alanga because of
Sorry. Alanga's affected the game the most, but I think Tonali's probably showed that he's the best footballer on the pitch.
Well, you've got to take into consideration what he gives you regarding the game, and it's for me it's about can you go box to box, be a defender 1 minute, be an attacker the next, and Tonali shows that energy. He shows that dynamic vision, if you like. And again, if you look at this is Tonali's map for the first half, very interesting. The balls he's given away, to be fair, is mainly in the attacking half. He has tried to play the ball, but again, nothing in the danger zone, which is what I call the final third danger zone. He has played a couple of balls in our own half where it's gone astray, but a lot of the time, and you can see when I put distribution on, I've ticked every box, so I'm not cheating here. And obviously he's shooting, which was when he got the assist here off the deflection.
I'm going to have to come over yours one day, and when I get the new laptop, you're going to have to show us how I can do this and be on at the same time, because this is, I think, if I'm going to offer anything to this channel, it's going to be, I need that so I can, then you can see what I'm trying to talk about, so to speak, because it was hard before. I'm just IT illiterate, so you're going to have to sit down.
So
Gary,
again, this is
join the clan, son. Join the clan.
This is Alanga. Again, all down that right hand side as we expected. A couple of times inside, and obviously the one time where he got tagged over on the left hand side. So again, very dominant, and again you can see distributions successful and unsuccessful. Let's have a look at Anthony Gordon while we're here. Again, not so much dominance down this left-hand side. Again, anybody that knows Anthony Gordon, any opposition coach, knows exactly what he's going to do. And I think that's the problem with Newcastle. I think we've become too easy in certain individuals where you can read the game and you know where you're going to run to. So you close that gap off and then you close the player off. And I think Anthony Gordon against opposition, you could say a weaker, has got to start utilising these areas more for me, getting down the line. And even if he does stop and bring the ball back onto his right foot, he's farther up the field. And again, you talk about players that give the ball away, nothing dangerous. But I think, like I say, for me, there's for an attacking player, far too many cross-field passes rather than forward passes, if I was going to be highly critical. Let's have a look at Bruno while we're here. Again, right to left-hand side. Or left to right, I should say. Again, dominance on the right hand side where he supposedly be. Again, a couple of wayward passes, but predominantly forward.
Do you mind
which
if
is
you could
good.
compare Thiaw and Botman? Just going back to what Wynn was on about Botman coming out with the ball. we did see him obviously after our win. Said he'd done it. I think Thiau's probably done it under the radar. That he's
There
been
you go.
quite aggressive coming behind, hasn't he?
Yeah, so you can see here if I put his defensive on as well, so we'll tick every box as you can see. So again, nothing of any danger from Chow. He's done well. Just a couple of passes that went astray, but majority of them he's won the challenges as well. So I think he's had a steady first half. Botman again, busier of the two centre halves with Botman. But again, they guard their areas very well. Let's have a look at Big Dan.
I've just had a message from Chris talking through his perceived wisdom glasses as usual. Tonali owns the football pitch. He's the king. He's the alpha and omega. It's not fair for others to compare him with anyone else. So you got to choose somebody else. I think Elanga is the man of the match so far, and I agree with you.
I agree. I think
there you go.
Brilliant.
If you look at what we were talking about before, about who's going to sit in and who's going to go, as you can see from here, I think it's been quite obvious. The gaffer's told Dan Burn not to approach the high ground. Stay low, stay within the field. But again, you can see when Trippier moves forward down the right-hand side, Dan Burn moves across to cover the left centre-back role more than anything else.
Didn't it? This reminds me so much of in that pattern. You remember when Trippier played
Trips in Almiron?
No. When he was at Spurs and had that great season in the Champions League and everything, and they had Danny Rose on the other side, there was always they played more of a wing back system at the time, though, didn't they? They really concentrate their attacks either side, didn't they? One stayed, one went. One stayed, one went.
You see, two nuts asking us to go to Specsavers because he thinks when we say Elanga is man of the match. The reasons why I'm saying it is because it's confidence. It's about he's being effective. Absolutely. Now, Tonali for me has probably been the one.
Anyway, we've kicked off again.
Yeah, we're back on with it.
Back on.
With 2 seconds, guys.
All right, mate. Here we are, back in with the match.
Goal kicked in Newcastle.
And no changes in the second half. Popey goes long. Again, just doesn't pick anybody out in per se, but the ball's been headed towards Voltemada, who's done well to hold on. Oh, look at that. That's quality from Voltemada.
Perfect.
A ball outside.
Voltemada's still on it.
Voltemada.
No,
it
goes
on the
ahead.
outside. Elanga has a shot. Oh, it's saved by the keeper and it's cleared by USG. Some nice play from Newcastle, to be fair, in the start of that.
Voltemada again, magnificent.
That in the middle
twice.
there with Voltemada, he's got like 5 bodies round him.
Like I say, when Colin was saying to me, he's Peter Beardsley, I'm saying, what?
Peter Beardsley on stilts. I mean, they keep talking about Peter Crouch, but I mean, I've never seen Peter Crouch with the type of technical ability that he had. Back to Chow. Again, they've gone to this 3 at the back to a degree. Botman back to Chow. Chow goes diagonal with a long ball looking for Anthony
Hollywood.
Yeah, and it's headed back and then cleared by the defence of USG.
Straight back by Big Dan.
And yeah, Voltemada.
Go on this
plays
time.
It out to Elanga, but he's offside, unfortunately. Voltemada's questioning it, though. Oh, he's given the foul.
It was a push.
Yeah, he's given the foul. Yeah, push. Tonali wins the ball back. And again, the referee saying that
it's given a push.
Given back. Oh, don't go into the book for being silly, Bruno. USG now plays the ball to
Bruno
McAllister.
might be getting frustrated because he's not really in the game that much, to be fair.
Oh,
go on,
nice
son.
From Anthony Gordon this time. Oh, he tries to come back inside, though. Go down the fucking
Just
line.
go straight down, aye.
He's got all the time in the world if he goes down the line.
Looking for to go
USG
quickly.
now
He's got a
looking for the
runner.
ball over the top. He's got a chance here on the left-hand side. He tries a shot.
He does
plays
burn
it.
there good and proper.
Yeah, a little ball over the top. A really nice ball, to be fair. and Hadji gets to the other side of Dan Burn.
I mean, it was
But
a
again-
great ball, by the way.
Yeah, it was a superb ball.
But you've got to mark Dan down for that.
Hadji just turns off the shoulder of Dan Burn, gets his chest on the ball, brings it down. But again, bit of pressure coming back from Dan Burn. Don't know whether that was enough to put. It was Kalale, sorry, Kalale, who had the final shot. Maybe done enough there, Dan Burn, just to put him off. But again, doesn't get it on target, which is, there was an opportunity there to get something back. The USG.
Sorry, guys. But they just
That's all.
check on the little end.
Again, ball up to Walter Marder. Walter Marder is just
Just
across that back line. He's doing really well, left to right. Trippier on the overlap again, deflected.
it's the
And
corner.
it's
He doesn't.
I tell you what, I
think
nearly
it's
got
deflected.
trapped there. I was about an inch off hitting that transition screen.
Don't do that.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, Langer trying to get across the keeper. Just a bit too close for him, but the keeper then looks dodgy, to be fair. Ball up to Rodriguez.
That's good. That is really good.
Does well. Yeah,
Who was
keeps
that?
the ball really well, USG.
Who was that player that just was on the ball? Was that Uzi?
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez. That's it.
Again, Hadji just on the turn. Plays the
Is that
ball
Hadji
back
that
and
was
you
at
can see-
Celtic?
No, I don't know. I don't know him, Andy, to be fair, but
Right.
little ball inside there, and he got to again. Khalil just gets the ball outside to
Come on, out.
Niang on the left hand side. He shoots. Again, I don't know much about Popey there, but he just stood still. Ball comes out, and again another shot, and another shot. Well done, Popey, down to the left hand side.
First things get a shot on goal. I don't mind that at all.
No, first one was blocked from Zorgan. The second one, I think, was down to Pope's left-hand side, and he does well to smother it. Again, ball played into Voltamarda's feet.
Again, well
Langer,
done,
come on,
Langer on the run
That's
there,
got to
but
be
come
a
on.
red yellow card. It is.
Yellow card all day, isn't it, for Burgess there?
Okay. Picks his leg as it's 4 foot.
Yeah. I mean, there was no other option for him, to be fair, because he has to take one for the team there.
Well, Langer's away there, by the way.
Absolutely, he's away. I'm just looking at the replay of the shot that just hit Pope in the chest. Didn't know much about it, to be fair. Botman out.
I'm guessing
to
you've got
Trippier.
no screen on with the match, have you, Gary?
What's that, buddy?
I'm guessing you've got an alternative view of the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
One that
yeah.
we're watching.
But I've paused mine. So I can
Voldemort
watch the
again. What a
replay.
lovely ball.
Yeah, lovely. That's my plan. I'm going to have the telly just behind the laptop with me thinging so I can get the match. And then at least I've got a backup.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, some unknown reason, the feed that we get from Chris isn't always a clear picture. So I always like to make sure that I'm saying the right player and things like that. So I have mine just a few seconds behind. But then it'll lag.
USG crowd getting that animated.
I'm always a few seconds behind when I'm level with these guys, so I wouldn't worry about that.
Bruno's got a smash on the shin for his troubles. Niang had a good shot there on his left, but like I say, he went
He
straight
covers
to the
his near.
midlifter block.
He does his job there. He covers the near post.
Yeah.
It's your job. Let it hit you.
Yeah, get yourself big, isn't it? Big and strong.
He doesn't look happy there, Joe, does he?
No, J7, he's being asked about what he wants him to do, and you can see he's like a bit confused. Mind saying that he's not had a massive input in the first half, if I'm honest with you.
Is that him saying he wants him to sit in front of Bruno and Toon Army or in front? Because it looks as if that's what he's on about there too.
But yeah, he's potentially. Ooh, that's so.
Ooh,
Just rolls his ankle there.
he did
Look,
roll his
Bruno.
ankle there. Yeah.
He gets the heel and the shin, doesn't he?
He rolls his ankle as well. He did that on the stairs a couple of weeks ago. It's a nightmare.
Bloody is. Bruno's just off the field of play at the minute, tying up his slippers. Can't say boots anymore because there's nothing to them.
Did you see the shin pads? There was a I can't remember who it was. I think it was that Josh King at Fulham, I think, maybe. His shin pad was this big.
It was like a spoon, mate. It wasn't a
Like
shin
a cream, like a crust of cream. What is that? I mean, can you imagine?
I was going to say that they've got the Teflon one now. It wasn't Teflon I was on about. It was what do they call the material that the armored vests are made from?
That's Teflon.
No, it's
Kevlar.
Not,
Kevlar.
Kevlar.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I used to have Kevlar boots.
Aye.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I'll tell you something now. The ball, I could shape the ball with them on, I'll tell you now.
I'm just thinking, is this when you're on a night out in case someone upset you? Were you kicking? Bloody hell.
Now they were footy boots.
I had, honestly, the worst pair of Asics football boots. I think I was a size 10 when I was a 10-year-old. Whatever. No, I was a size 4, and my dad went, well, the size 6s one
You
off.
grew into them.
I looked like Coco the clown walking out of the foot. The teacher went, if your toes not far past the laces, I went, well, that's all my dad's giving us. So no wonder the ball used to come to us and a toe poke it. You know, I was trying to roll it.
Yeah.
Tony T's asking for a match
That's
rating for Burn.
He
He would have been on a 7, but he's docked a point for.
Oh,
well done. He gets it. He gets it back. He gets the point back for that. That was fantastic.
Well done.
And again, well done, Burn lad. Shut them up, son.
Get in the comments. He's still upset with
the comments. Yeah, exactly. Ball out.
I think, to be fair, he wasn't a team.
James Cuff saying you needed Kevlar boots in the 90s.
You did, absolutely. None of this fanning around. Then I'll tell you, you got a kick. You got a kick.
We played a friend. I'll never forget. It was you know, the last week of school where you're not really having any lessons before you break up.
Yeah, we'll go.
Wensleydale played a friendly with a team in Beddelton. God Almighty, it went on. Put it that way. It was
Vietnam.
It would have been about 5-6 who were sent off nowadays.
Yeah, easy. Ball down the right hand side for USG is a nice turn there, but again, well covered by Botman.
Well covered. Quick shaky hands.
Yeah, he did really well there because he'd got past Dan Burnett.
Well done, Botman.
Dan getting a bit too tight, and Botman there to cover him.
We are just kind of
just lost another point there, Dan boy. Back to 6.
I don't know about you guys. Are you not seeing little signs of Arsenal there where we're getting into that shape and we're just starting to? Which you can understand, you've got a lead to protect, but if you want to play with the elite, you've got to start thinking like elite and go, right, I want a third.
Yeah, that's what I said. Sometimes it gets frustrating because it's like they've been told to play this way. You know, protect what you've got, and the best way of protecting is
on now, get past him.
Anthony Gordon down the left-hand side. Oh, Anthony Gordon!
Away.
Come on!
Yellow card.
Yellow card.
Yes, definitely.
Well done,
McAllister. That's what I said. He skinned him.
He should have had a yellow in the first half. That would have been a red.
That's what I want to see from Gordon. Knock it and just go. Because there's not very many players who want to get a full chatter as quick as him.
But it's the first time he's gone down the wing. And like I said, he skins him. He's got a chance of skinning him every time because Kalele, who's in front of him, wants to play tall. He's literally playing the other side of their half. So
the cumulative effect as well, though, isn't it, Gary? I mean, you might even knock the ball out of play and knowingly do it when you hit the ball. But if the player's going to do that here, the fouls build up, the yellow cards build up. Later on in the game, they might be down to 10 men. It might be a game where it's tight and you get a late goal like Liverpool did against us. You've got to just commit them. Commit your player that you're playing against.
Tonali with this free kick now. Again,
just in line with Dan again.
With the 18-yard box over the left-hand side.
This is what
I can't help it, man. I'm 6'6".
Yeah, I'm the tallest.
Does this not annoy you, though? When the referee reminds people to not pull shirts in the box. They know the rules. And they do it, just pull the foul.
Denali straight to the keeper.
Yeah. Oh, it's a poor
know,
throw
Elanga.
out though. Elanga gets. Oh, again, Elanga
he's
just.
caught 2 minds to go backwards there.
He doesn't know what to do. Yeah, exactly. Just make the right choice. That's what you've got to do.
Just stand on it.
Miley's coming on for Bruno, I think.
Joelinton,
yeah, K7. Yeah. Protection mode.
Maybe.
So is Bruno going to come on the left now then?
We'll see.
I don't mind that at all.
No, mate.
I'm quite happy with that. As much as I love Joelinton. Oh, by the way, I've got to get that Isaac picture off my wall as well.
USG now. Yeah, that's gone there. You want to see the amount of Isaac
Just get
shirts
some
you can get
Ninja
on
Turtles
eBay.
up beside him.
There was a photo I was on it. I entered a Syria group because I'm going to Syria May, so I'm trying to get a little bit of local knowledge before I go. And there was a photo on it with a Liverpool fan, and it's in the distance. They're sitting in a harbour, and there's a guy having a meal with his wife, and on the back of his shirt's Isaac, and he's gone, should I really go and tell him, or should it? But it was obviously near at the time when he's obviously. I just thought he's
Another yellow.
Yeah. It's only a week after he's transferred. Like, he's allowed to still wear a £70 shirt. Like, and isn't that the problem? You get the name and you get the
Giga must have come on for
£100 on a shirt. You've got to get rid of it when they leave. Yeah,
to be fair, there was a challenge on
Bruno
by a gentleman who's already on a yellow card.
Yeah, 2 fouls there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They're doubling up on Tonali there by the looks of things, by the way.
Yeah.
Not right there, but they were when he's in our half. Best compliment.
Rodriguez has gone off. Or is it David that's gone off?
Good ball.
Yeah, well done, Anthony
Gordon. Well done.
Yeah, well done.
Well, very well done.
That's well played. I think he done himself there, though, to be fair.
Foul there.
Yeah. Dan Burn into Botman, just inside the USG half.
Straight up.
Sorry.
Good ball. Go.
Go on, Elanga. Elanga on that right. He left the ball behind, but he forgot the ball. It into Bruno now, up to Voltamada. Voltamada gets it out of his feet. Dan Burn out to Miley. First touch. Miley playing in that left role. Miley's going forward. There's a ball into the box. It's towards the back stick. There's a chance. Oh! Somebody shouting for handball here.
Be interesting to see how many times what Voldemort's stats are for receiving the ball and then losing it. Do you know what I mean? Like how many times he's had the ball, played a pass, but not had it successful. I bet his success rate's pretty high because he's held them off very well tonight.
It's unbelievable, this. SofaScore has given Baltimore a rating of under 7.
If we didn't have him holding up the ball, we're not getting up the pitch.
Referees going to the.
This could be the penalty check.
Yeah, it's the handball.
I didn't see a thing. I seen someone claim a handball, but I didn't see a thing.
When 2 players' hands go up like that.
Yeah, that's what I said. There's always something if somebody asks the question. It's just there. Is his hand in an unnatural position?
He's holding Voldemort off there, so
but I mean his arm's out. If I'm honest with you, his arm's out, and he does control the ball with an outstretched arm. I would say this is a penalty. There you go. See how he moves his arm out? That's a penalty.
Yeah, Ben.
I
think it's harsh, though. By the way, I do think that's harsh.
Well, it's like I said. You could have said, is there a foul on him with Voltamada? Because it looks like Voltamada's holding a little bit. But we all do. You see that every game, don't you? You know. So you know what you were saying. Did you hear Voltamada's?
Oh, come on! Get another yellow card. Get a red. For all this arguing.
Didn't get the
in answer to your question, Andy, Voltamada's had 38 touches. And he's lost possession 11 times.
Wow, I'm surprised it's that high.
Well, that's 11 out of 38.
No, I get that, but I'm surprised.
And bear in mind when he's been receiving the ball most of the time, he's been surrounded by 2 or 3 players.
2 or 3, I know.
Does Anthony Gordon take
my
this one?
opinion of his performance isn't changing based on that stat. I just think,
Bill Shankly always said nobody takes 2 penalties.
well, I wish Voldemort had been on the first, because we would have been looking at a hat-trick in Europe.
Yeah.
Come on. Just strike it well.
Yeah,
Come on.
let's see what you can do. Come on, Anthony. Get in.
Boosh!
Well done again. Same slot. Go on.
Well, lucky dog.
Anthony Gordon.
Get in. Again, he goes the same way. Keeper guesses the right way this time, but it's well struck.
Come on,
bottom
Toon
left-hand
Army,
corner.
go ballistic.
Level on goals with Mbappe in the Champions League. That says a lot.
Well, wins on here for this 5-0.
Yep.
You know what it is? You know when you were talking about things that when you say them, they never happened earlier, right in the show before we started. I nearly went, well, I'm going to say 5-0 because if we say it, but yeah, it's all right saying it now, isn't it? But
do you know what odds I got? I had a look on Bet Builder for Newcastle 5-0 and Tonali hat-trick. What do you think the odds were on that?
Probably with 60 odd to 1 or something. I don't know.
What, for 5-0 and a Tonali hat-trick?
Mate, some of the times you think something out of the box and you get terrible odds, and then sometimes you.
I couldn't believe it.
Probably
100 to 1.
100.
100 to 1.
That's not great, like.
So needless to say, I didn't bother.
No.
I wouldn't either.
Well done to Newcastle again, winning the ball back
Should've went
on the
corner.
halfway line.
Well
Up to
done,
Voltemada.
Miley. Lovely ball.
Yeah. Ball
Oh,
over the
that's
top.
and
a great
Come
ball.
on, get Tonali. Oh, nearly
Come
a
on,
great
Langa,
ball
where
for
are you?
Tonali. Again, the USG try and play it out from the back.
Do you know what? I love Bruno, but I tell you what, when Tonali plays like this, you really see the difference.
Bruno's had a
true,
quiet game today, I think.
Bruno's had quiet, but he's done well.
Nothing the matter with that.
No, but you just see he's so involved. Eddie alluded to it in a press conference, didn't he? It's just his instinct to know where the ball is, where it's going to drop. I don't quite think Bruno's got that as much as Tonali. Look, Bruno's
It's the engine as well, though. That's the
top 10 midfielder in the Premier League.
well
I
done,
think.
Dan Burn, that time. Well done, son.
Yeah.
That's superb. Miley now
Bizarro.
picks the ball up. Tonali out to Anthony
Now
Gordon.
go.
Got a little bit
Oh,
of
why
grass.
just push and run, man?
But again, Gordon coming back on the inside. It's just easy to tackle. Just run the line. Commit the challenge.
All he had to do was push the ball up and use his pace.
Yeah. I think that's a Langa.
But hey ho, 3-0 up. Who's complaining?
Exactly. So Van
Guess who's
Peer
got
is off
2
and
odds?
McAllister's off. So the
So that's 2 yellow cards off.
2 yellow cards off.
What have I actually got on my prediction? 3-1 or 3-0? I think I've got 3-1.
And Rasmussen and Sykes are in. So Rasmussen is a midfielder. I don't know what Sykes
I'll
is.
quite happily lose my prediction. So
Only
let's get a couple
3-1,
more.
yeah. Well, no, you're looking good if USG score.
I'm not bothered about that. I'd rather keep the
No,
goal difference
I'm
for
going to
the.
say absolutely.
Oh, if I was you, I'd be saying, come on, USG.
No.
But
no.
just
no.
in the last minute, you know.
Maybe the last minute I might be them.
I mean, I must admit, I have been
I'll be asking Pope to kick it out then.
5 points will shove you right in the mix.
slightly disappointed with the USG, if I'm honest with you, because I was expecting, a little bit more from
A little
them.
bit more from you.
Yeah, when you look at the results and everything else in the league and the Champions League and stuff like that, and to be fair,
Miley, that was poor.
He's fell
just
over
lost his
himself.
footing.
Just fell over. I mean, it was.
Like,
Ball
nothing
into
to
the
all
box
over.
towards the back. Did clear though this time from Trippier up to Elanga.
Defensive duties
again,
done well.
Elanga back to Trippier.
That
He plays
ball
it
is
up to
brilliant.
Voltemada. Voltemada gets the ball. Well, he was not a great touch from Voltemada, to be fair.
wasn't.
And he gives it straight back to USG.
That was what I was on about.
35.
That goes down as a unforced error.
Yeah. But that was well done again. Dan Burn just seeing
Dan
that
Burn
one.
just
Shepherded the
shepherds it
ball.
out.
Goal kick to Newcastle. again, Kalali's not really been involved in a lot of the movement down this right-hand side.
No, I didn't know
You know what,
that.
he's been solid today, Ben.
Chris is saying that Kevin McAllister, who's just gone off, is McAllister's McAllister's brother.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I only knew that because
Ball
of
up to
Strasbourg.
Voltemade.
Well done, holds it up
Right-hand
well.
side. Again, just plays a nice
Beats
little
it
ball inside to
but-
Bruno. But again, no pace from Bruno. Easy.
Steve,
if I'm honest.
if you're watching, you need to get yourself on the fan reaction and suck up some bitter pills, I think. Because you said we were going to get stonked.
Yeah, well, there you go. It has been men against boys, if I'm honest with you, a majority of the time. Newcastle dropped into the 4-5-1 formation, as they always typically do, into the second half. Just trying to stop any of the passing lanes.
Would any of you guys be thinking, let's rest Voldemort now and stick Osula on?
Oh, yeah, I mean, you still got 20 minutes though, and 20 plus minutes. So I would probably say 15. You know what I mean? Give him a break. At the end of the day, what Eddie keeps on saying, that Voltemada's got to get up to Newcastle speed. You're not going to get that.
The demands.
Yeah, he's not going to get that unless he continues out there, because it's all about that stamina now.
I agree.
Can I keep going?
Well,
Nice
You can be fit in training, but you're not going to be
USG here.
with
There's
it.
a chance in
Look at this.
again, just trying to shape it there.
Far too
Hadji,
much
trying
space
to
he
get
was
on the
given then to
He's
get
probably their
that shot
best
away.
player, by the way. That Sanchez.
really
and
nice. That Nyang isn't bad, mate. On that left-hand side, I'll tell you now, he's that first touch into Hadji there, controlled first touch on the half volley. Very
just
difficult
jumped
to
off the ball
do.
before he hits it there, doesn't it?
It just looks like he jumped up a little bit. Yeah, he's trying to shape it into the top bin,
Good
isn't
strike. Good strike.
he? So Pope goes
Hell's
long
is
again.
us in. Voltemada reminds him of stick
Well
of the
done,
dump.
Who?
There's a coming together here of.
Who did you say that was? Sorry?
Stick of the dump. Old TV program.
I was
Stick
going
of
to
the
say,
dump. That's going back a bit, isn't it?
well, you're just getting a comment there, men go and take a penalty if nothing else. I'd argue that if the keeper goes the right way on either of them, you might be a little bit. But I like a penalty high and hard. That's how I like a penalty. If you go low and you hit the side netting, brilliant. If not hit the side netting.
It doesn't matter where it goes, as long if there's pace on the ball, even if the keeper goes the right way, the chances are very slim.
How hard the players hit the ball nowadays. This is why the keepers get done or made to look silly sometimes, because they've got to go early, they've got to gamble, because if they don't go early, the players hit the ball that hard nowadays that you're not going to save it.
No chance. No, you got no chance.
Back in then, I mean, I'm not saying that the players weren't as good in the 90s. Just the ball wasn't as light. The players were probably physically stronger on as a whole now, not individually. Across the board, it's probably the more athletes now, and some of the power that they hit the ball with so little backlift is ridiculous. If I hit the ball,
Good ball.
I wouldn't be able to walk for a day.
Yeah, exactly.
What a
great
ball! Oh, Nelly!
Anthony Gordon there through to Voltemada through the middle, and Giga then just miscontrols the ball.
Not enough spaghetti.
Yeah,
So here we go. Lewis Hall's coming
Hall.
on.
Nice to see Hall.
Hall's coming off on for
All the Ben fans in the chat wanting
Sula and Barnes.
Yeah. So Voltemada's off.
Stick of the dump's coming off.
I'm surprised it's Bruno and not Tonali, mind.
What's happened to Willock these days? Elanga and
He's surely played his last game.
Yeah, I said he was done after the Leeds game.
Elanga Barnes. So what's happening here then? Where's Barnes going? Is Barnes going right?
I think that's Graham Jones saying, well done, you've affected the game today. Well done.
Yeah.
Certainly Gordon's rooted on the left wing still.
Barnes probably play off.
Maybe he's going to play the two of them up. Barnes and Asula up front.
Well, you've got. It's really weird now because if you look at the players that he's just come off, Rodriguez has come off for them, and Buffal has come on for USG.
Southampton.
Yeah, I think he did, didn't he, Buffal?
Yeah, good player by the way.
Well, I mean, like I said,
peak, but
I'm just trying to see who's playing where now.
yeah, that's what I'm.
That's a poor ball out, to be fair, from
Looks like Bonds has gone to the right, doesn't it?
right hand side. Yeah, there's Barnes on the ball now. Gets tackled.
He's probably going to try a little bit more inverted him, isn't he? He's that type, isn't he? As well, he's not.
Well, like I said, I would have still liked to have seen Asula out on that right hand side.
He's basically got 5-3-2 now, I think.
It's really.
But he's got at the back. He's got Trips, the back three, and Hall.
Oh,
There's a
all right.
Yeah, because I say what's going on there?
standing leg there, surely.
It's a shot, but it's straight down Pope's
Yes,
throat.
Pope's throat. No problemo. Cheers.
Thank you for coming. So yeah, we've gone to it's like a 5-2, isn't it?
4 down
3 if you like. It is a bit strange at the minute.
It looks as if the lad's played the ball and his leg is dragged down the side of Tonali's inside of his knee.
Jobadoni's saying the reason we don't see Willock is he did his talent in just getting the contract and then he fell asleep.
That's not
but that's also true. Connor's saying Willock's allegedly had a bust up with Eddie.
Yeah, that's what I said. We haven't seen him ever since that's come out.
Well, you don't do that. You don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that, sir.
I don't think that.
Oh, nice dummy. Come on now, give him it. Give him it.
Gordon,
give him it.
give it to him. Hall, down that left-hand side. Hall on the edge of the box. Oh, he gets tackled right at the last minute.
Poor that
Ball's
was.
come out to
I don't know
Burn
about you, Win, but there's no. I don't just because you've had a disagreement that you should be extradited. I think it shows a little bit of character if you go to your manager and you chose
Yeah, but you can only go to your manager if you've been doing, providing the goods and feel you. And Willock certainly. Nice one now. Come on.
Come on. Poor cross.
Problem with Willock is he hasn't been performing, so he's got no leg to stand on.
Exactly. You don't go knocking on the door when you've got nothing to offer.
His argument's probably going to be, I'm playing a bit part, so I can't get fit. He's probably the type that needs to play matches to get fit rather than training. And he's probably overusing these banked credits from when Eddie wasn't manager and going, look, I've showed what I can do. But he's never really, other than Chelsea game, 1-0 winner, in a couple of other games, he's never really showed us under Eddie what he's capable of.
No.
A couple of games in the Cup, he's done well. But like I said, I think it was either the Wolves game or Leeds game. I'm done with him personally. I think he's
me too.
The person that's on the transfer list for us.
Harvey Barnes now on that right hand side. Nice and easy back to Chow, and it's just far too easy.
Control the game well now.
Yeah, that's what we've got to do.
Go.
Harvey Barnes now on this right hand side, like I say, nice give and go on the edge of the box.
Oh, lovely.
Harvey Barnes, was a last minute tackle there, just on the 6-yard box, and it's out for the corner.
Was that Miley playing that little pass there, or was it Gordon?
I think it was Gordon, wasn't it? Gordon's playing more as a 10 now. It's really weird. Playing central. Last ditch tackle from Sykes.
This time they aren't all crowding around the 6-yard line. They're further back. A la Wembley.
A la.
But from the other side. Is this one going to be Dan running round the back? From where he's starting?
It certainly might be.
So instead of crowding the goalie, they're all lined up Much further
I
out.
honestly
Waiting
think
for
there's
the
another
run.
couple of goals in this.
There goes Dan.
Oh, unlucky.
He was walking off with very heavy legs there. Very. I think the rest of their team's feeling the pace here. I think we could, if we really want to do, score a couple more here.
Oh, easy. But again,
Yes,
it's like
let's
I
have
said,
them, please.
It's risk and reward, isn't it? If I'm honest with you, you've got a heavy
Look,
fixture
you
list
just go
coming.
for a
So.
biscuit and concede one, and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd like that. That's what I want to see from her. You know, let's go and try and get a fourth. If we concede one, then you can reevaluate things and go, all right, then okay, that was a bit silly.
That was a poor ball.
I don't mean throw everyone forward. I just mean be a little bit more expansive. He could have had a magazine today.
Oh, easy. I mean, like I say, the
With a
couple of
good saves, but
couple of shots that he's had have been straight down his throat, mate. To be fair.
yeah, one with the deflection, you would argue, is probably the one that he's had to make sure that
Tony
he's not
T's
mistaken,
asking
but
is Willock
probably-
on the last year of his contract. No, 2027.
You say he's got
Yeah,
another
he signed a
2,
6-year
hasn't
deal, didn't
2
he?
years.
he? Yeah, shots. Oh, parried away.
There you
this
go. You
time.
had to put the magazine down.
Yeah. Again, nice and central.
Which would be the worry. That would be the worry for me with Ramsdale, because by his own admission, he can't concentrate for 90 minutes.
That comes with age.
Well
though, mate.
done, Anthony
Anthony
Gordon. Well done,
In his
son.
defensive duties there, plays the ball out to
Oh,
Harvey Barnes.
beautiful.
Nice first
Wide
touch.
out, wide
Go
out,
on,
wide out.
Bailey,
wide
son.
out.
Go on,
Give it to
son.
him back.
Get him,
Give
mate.
it to him back.
Yes,
Go
come
Barnes. Get in. What a great goal.
Barnes.
Get in.
Holy lad.
That is
beautiful
fantastic.
football. Beautiful
Fabulous football.
Fabulous.
That he's there to do it.
That is proper football, lad.
Literally
First
from a
touch, pass,
pass,
all
pass.
from Anthony Gordon, winning the ball in his own half here, taking it, running it, passing it. Miley doing brilliantly.
I mean, Miley's on.
Yeah,
That's a Sula.
Brilliant.
Oh, that's a Sula, yeah. Beg
Yeah,
your
it's a
pardon. I
Sula.
thought it was Miley. Well
No,
done,
no,
Sula.
it's a Sula.
Sula does really well there.
I mean, he plays the ball up, and it's Barnes up to
And
a Sula,
Barnes doing
and then
what
just
we know he
Barnes
does
just breaks his neck
when
to
he
get there.
comes off the bench.
Yeah, and again, just slots it into the near post. Well done.
That's my
Great goal.
boy.
Great finish.
But it's
Come on,
what it
one
is-
more, lads. One more.
You got 10 minutes as well.
Sorry, Wayne. Just when you say that sub thing. Yes, Gordon's had a fantastic game. He's getting 2 penalties. Not a goal in open play, though. That's what that guy's good at.
Well, all I would say to that is that we don't get that
Oh, yeah,
goal
Gordon
if
was
Anthony
brilliant.
Gordon isn't doing his
Brilliant.
defensive duties.
Yeah. Overall, that Gordon deserves a lot of credit for that. But for me, that was all because they just could not keep
But
up with
Asula
Sula.
did ever so well as well. I thought it was Miley, but it was
Absolutely.
Asula.
Yeah, he did
I think there's another
superbly
one
well.
coming here as
Yeah,
well.
well,
I think
Go
Harvey
again.
Barnes does really well, to be fair, because the ball's played behind him, and he plays the ball
Yeah, he
forward.
brings it forward. Yeah, he does
Yeah,
well.
does really well on 2 things.
Oh,
A
look
chance
at that. There's all
USG
getting skinned.
USG across the box. And
Oh,
it's
look,
cleared
fancy that.
by
Who's that at left back? Hall getting skinned.
Louis Hall.
Fancy
He
that.
didn't get skinned. That's not getting skinned. That's just a player getting ahead of you. That's not getting skinned.
Okay, so he let a player get ahead of him, which Dan Byrne is constantly
Come
criticised
on.
for.
There's a difference between getting skinned and getting.
Listen, I docked a point of Dan Byrne for a very, very
What
similar
was it? Oh, crikey, I thought that was dropping in under the bar. Then, you know.
incident.
But
That looked
also
like it
Ford
was
never
dropping
played.
in under the bar.
I think that's harsh there. That's not getting skinned. That. I'm sorry.
If that had
I
been
mean-
Dan Byrne, you would have been calling him worse than you know
Fab
what.
Shaw.
Oh,
some
Fab
night,
Shaw
I
coming
would-
on.
Who's coming off?
Fabian Shaw. Now your boyfriend's probably coming off.
I think it's Trips. Yeah, Trips is off for Fab Shaw. Crikey.
That
That's a
means
tall
that
defence.
That means we're going attacking wing back then.
Yeah,
With
exactly.
We're going for a fifth. We've got to make the most of the goal difference. It could really be vital later on.
No. He's taking a right back off for a centre half.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, as daft it looks, he could push Lewis Hall now further forward.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You could go back to a 4 and push Lewis Hall forward.
Yeah. So who's on the right?
Shaw.
As
Shaws
kind of
played right back in the past.
back.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
could
he's
go
still
onto
on
the
the
right
ball, why
back,
not?
or Malik Chow could go right back. He's got the pace to.
Yeah, there's the 4.
Seems a bit weird to
Okay.
me. Oh, lovely. Go on, son. Well
Go on,
done,
Anthony
Gordon.
Well done, son. Down that left-hand side, he's doing the
And a
job.
good cross.
Oh,
Just nobody there,
gambled.
sadly.
Yeah, nobody gambled on that
Well
one.
done again.
Yeah,
Is
it
this
looks like,
Gordon getting his mojo back?
Looks like
Yeah, he's
Chow's
been
gone
much
into the
better
right back.
than hasn't he?
And it looks like Shaw's come into his normal position.
Nice.
Go on.
Right.
Oh, I just played it behind him.
him. Gordon did gamble to get in the box there. But
He did, yeah. Oh, he's got 5 written all over this, you know, Win.
Yeah, it has.
It's got 5 written all over it.
I think the only reason that we might not score 5 is because we don't want to. I think I'll be honest. We wanted
I
to.
mean,
I think.
I think we do want to.
It still looks like
In
we've got the-
hindsight, I'll be honest. I think Miley's been more tidy on the ball than we've seen Joe Linton the whole game.
Yeah. I said that though. He's a different player to J7. I mean, I think it's only a matter of time as well. If I'm honest with you.
Yeah,
You're gonna
yeah.
start
I think
seeing-
by the time he's 21, I think probably. And I love Joe Linton. I do. I really love him. If I met him, I'd probably shit my pants. Honestly, he's that one out of any one of them in the squad. I bottled it with Dan Burn. I says, "Hello, lad," and it man of walks, and I left him
Botman.
packed. But
That's
Joe
superb.
Linton, my lass would probably just run off with him. So
What was
loves him.
that? He doesn't do anything for me, I must admit.
No, my lass loves him.
USG just trying to do something down that left-hand side.
It's like
Towards the back
Jamal
post, but
Lascelles as
far
well.
too strong.
Took her to the Watford game and she was like, "Ooh, who's he?" And it's Jamal Lascelles, captain at the time.
I mean, if I'm honest with you boys, and again, this is what we say about Europe, isn't it? You know, you look at the Premier League where we've struggled most
exactly
of the
it.
season. You know, you look at what we've just done to the top of the Belgian league, and it looks a class apart, doesn't it?
Levels.
Ah, absolutely.
And people don't like it when you say them things. They think that you're being disrespectful. It's not
Well, that's what you've always get. You're always going to get that. Oh, you can't say that when you look at these, you know, and these guys, you know, nowhere near the levels of the Premier League.
Yeah, look. They've got.
Well
how is
done,
it?
Malik Chow.
It's a bit
Well
levels,
done,
isn't it?
Malik.
How often are they asked to run that hard to win a game?
For that length of time, yeah.
Correct. Yeah, and that's the difference. And that's what I said to Steve when he.
Well,
when he says,
again,
"Oh,
you see Steve in the chat before the match saying how great they were and how da-di-da-di-da.
Yes, they are at that level. They are at that
Levels,
level
man.
because they're probably one of the fittest teams in their league. So they're able to keep up that, how good they are. Look, they've showed that they are a threat.
Don't switch off there, Lewis.
Well
Hall.
done.
Son. Superb. Come
That
on,
Italian
Tonali.
coming up
Driving
like
into that. USG,
Oh,
it's a
plays
poor
it
ball, if
behind.
I'm honest with you. Yeah, Barnes. He manages to
Okay.
get it though, Barnes. Tonali goes on the outside. Barnes on the edge of the box now. Gives it to Tonali. Tonali's just hiding
Even
up
that
these
instance
options.
You don't get that time of the ball running out
No.
wide like that in the Premier League. You just don't. You're going to get. He's not allowed to make that overlap run there in the Premier League.
Oh, Miley there. Look, just he's got so much time on the ball when you get it. There's like 3 or 4 yards. Dan Burn now plays it out to Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall looks to go down the line, deflected back towards USG, but Dan Burn is tackled back and keeps the ball
Football gadget
from
friends.
Newcastle.
Comes away with it. Again.
Out to Malik Chow. Malik Chow back to shot.
But there's no shame on them. They I think they'll be a little bit disappointed that they never really had a. Well, as I say that,
Makes you wonder how bad.
They've had that one opportunity, haven't they, where they put it wide of the post.
It's always that one, isn't it? Where
What I'm saying is, it makes you wonder how bad PSV are.
Well, that's what I said. They are performing really bad. And to be fair, you could see what USG were trying to do with that early ball in behind.
The Dutch league the last 4 years has been very, very poor as a.
Oh, he's giving it the other way.
I feel sorry for the Dutch league. It gets pickpocketed.
How is that gone against Harvey Barnes?
I have no idea.
Because he holds him down and then he
pulls him on top
to the floor. Yeah, that's weird, that, man.
Pulls him on top of him, puts his body weight on him.
Well, we're into the 89th minute, guys.
Referee's bought that call there.
I think we want one more. Come on.
But going back to the Dutch league, I remember the days when you had Kesman, Robin there, and top players. It's unfortunately it's as soon as a good player is spotted, they're gone.
It's like everything, mate. They are cherry picked.
Again, beautifully controlled by Gordon under pressure.
Oh, he's lost it down, mate. In a
Well,
dangerous area. But again, it's won
passed
back
it,
so
given back to
easily.
him in a dodgy position.
Ball goes inside.
Nice
There's
ball,
loads of
nice
space
ball.
now. Come on. Get yourself forward, Harvey Barnes, up to Asula. Asula now turns. He has a strike at the ball, but it's come out to Tonali, who gives it back to Harvey Barnes. Comes inside. He's out to Tonali now. Gives it to Malik Chow, who dinks the ball to the back stick towards Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall's got time to bring it down on his chest. On the corner now of the penalty box. It's a give and go with Lewis Hall. Squared again.
Oh, what a save.
The keeper saves it.
What a save.
Tonali was like...
a goal as well, doesn't he?
What a great ball that is. Tonali from 7 yards.
And he
and the keeper just puts his arm out.
Does everything right. 4 minutes stopping time. We've got 17 seconds.
Oh, I'll tell you something there. Wynn was creaming himself there for that clip.
Oh, I certainly was.
It was like the froth on the Guinness.
Not the only one.
Unreal, though. Great play again. Tonali with a cross towards the keeper. The keeper again flaps it a bit. The ball bounces
don't
on
let
the
it
6-yard
bounce.
box. Overall clearance.
Trying to head that there.
And again, loads of time to bring the ball under control and go forward again. But Harvey Barnes gets tackled.
You know when they're pulling tackles like that, they're doing it to buy time so they can get their breath.
Yeah, well, it's like I said. The other thing is the fact that you've been skinned, mate. It's like I said. The skill levels is vast, mate. To be fair.
They are blown through their whistle. Let's say.
They certainly are. Malik Chow doesn't look like he's started yet. I mean, who could keep up with Tonali? He's a machine.
Yeah, he's got 3 lungs, man. He's like the second coming of Kante.
Yeah, the second coming will do. Again, nice and easy at the back. Ball inside.
Look at the space we've got now. Come on, use it.
Hall. It's a bit of a dodgy pass from Hall. Yeah. That's what I said. He's just got to get match sharp again. He's just working on that match
ball
sharpness.
before and then does that.
Yeah. There's another half a chance here if they played the ball right. USG.
This is
comes
probably
out to this right hand side.
When they go back the way he used when he played midfield, maybe this is why they moved him back to left back.
Possibly. Patrice into the box, and again, it's just
clever. It's
clever. The scorpion kick. I mean, it's just not there, is it?
When you're not Giroud, you don't do it.
Giga, whatever his name is. In the 3rd minute now of the 4 added on.
Hey guys, summarise. I think job
done. Simple as.
I don't think we expected. How do I put this? I don't think the scoreline we might have expected, but I don't think we expected it in the manner we've getting it. It's kind of been a little bit like once we went 2-0 up, the kind of
well done, lovely turn.
I mean, again, look at that pace through the middle of the park. We think he hasn't got much
And then
pace
the
there.
final did a Livermento there, didn't he?
Yeah.
All, did everything brilliantly in the final ball.
All huff but
Pathetic.
no puff. Yeah. Well done.
That was
Lewis.
Livermento
Unreal, son.
for the goal
Well done.
found.
Oh, he
It's
didn't
a
make
poor
the run.
ball. Yeah, it's a poor ball. Again, it's just it's what they think you should be doing.
But they're playing into our hands here because you know what they're doing. They're just trying to get a goal. We're going up and doing like a basketball team, but we're fitter. So when the chances occur, not that one probably will get another one.
I mean, to be fair,
I tell you,
for me, the icing on the cake would be
one bloke on the pitch who's not fitter is Lewis Hall. He looks all
Yeah,
excited.
yeah, that's what I said. He's all over the
Tony
shop at
songs
the minute.
around already.
Yeah. But like that's it. You see, you don't realise how fast the game is these days. It's ridiculously quick.
Listen.
But you were saying about summarising.
Eddie obviously knows that. He's obviously watching him in training. He can see he's not there yet.
They've got the monitors, mate. You haven't got to watch
exactly.
anybody anymore. They've got all the vests on there that tell them their output and everything. So it's all
Out.
balls out.
Yeah, it's out. Aye. It's not the Arsenal Joe Linton goal. It's out.
Yeah, there'll come a time that's the only way Joe Linton, Willett could be remembered, keeping the ball in play, or did he, or didn't he?
Yeah. Against his old team, aye.
Yeah, I was just going to say, for me, summarising it, keeping the clean sheet was, for me, as good as, because they've played well as a unit, limited them to shots
when
outside
Dan
the
Burn's
box.
on the pitch, we'll keep a clean sheet, man.
He's not been tested, Win. Be quiet.
That's it. Well done, boys.
Yes,
Great
well done.
performance.
4-0.
Great performance.
Come on!
Yeah. So
Get in!
After,
The season started in the Champions League, guys. That is a big win.
Been running,
Massive
but
win.
put it this way, you'd absolutely expect us to be.
I mean, it's like I said. It looked by all accounts it was going to be a toughie. It ended up being a walk in the park, if I'm honest with you.
We've had harder games against Oxford.
Well, I was going to say I've seen harder games against lower leagues. But again, it's that learning the game as well. You know, like I said, there's a lot of players coming into the side. Malik Chow looked good. He looked good at right centre. He even looked good at right back, to be fair. But again, is that because their heads are dropped? You know, you would never just go ahead and say, next game I'm going to put Malik Chow right back. But he does look. He does look as though there's a player in him. That's what I'm saying. But are we going to get to that point of Eddie Howe having to make a decision between Dan Burn and Botman?
Yes.
I suppose while we've lost Tino, it gives him an out because obviously Hall doesn't look anywhere near fit enough. So I think you're going to see Dan Burn as our left back for several weeks now because he hasn't got to make a decision by doing that.
I agree. I think when he can, he'll play Hall. But as we've seen, he's maybe still struggling a little bit. And fair dues to the guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure he's... I watched an interview with him, and he doesn't seem the type that if he can play, that he would say to Eddie, "Don't play us." It's obviously they're picking up the stats, or he's running stats in training, as you've just said there before. They track everything, and it's ultimately they've looked at what he's capable of previous to his injury, and they looked at what he's doing now, and they've said, "Look, you just as much as you might be trying, you're not
the output
producing the stats that you were. So what we're going to do is we're going to ease you in." And I'd rather that. I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather that. Yes, Dan Burn at left back isn't everyone's first pick, but at least it's tried and tested. It's not as if we've
listen,
somebody...
He's going to get skinned by players. He's a big unit to turn, isn't he? You know, it's like a bloody
Any
barge,
fullback gets skinned occasionally.
Yeah.
Everyone.
PDK is saying that that's the biggest away win by anybody in the UCL. Is that right?
No,
I
can't
know.
be. Bayern Munich won.
Barcelona did it
5-1, didn't they?
for starters.
Bayern Munich won 5-1 last night, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it's only a 4-0 aggregate, though, isn't it?
Maybe, is he talking about this season? Rangers got beat 6-0 at home
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did, didn't
in
they?
the
Maybe
qualifying
is it
round.
not our biggest away win?
Yeah, it might
for
be
a
ours.
while?
Well, no, we beat Royal Antwerp 5-0 when I was wearing this jumper then.
Aye.
Rob Lee headed
Anyway,
hat-trick.
let's talk about it on the review, which
I'm
will be
not
coming
going
straight
to
up.
be able to stay long on the fan reaction, guys. Just have.
That's all right, mate.
Yeah,
I
no
mean, to
problem,
be fair,
mate.
we'll all be the same. It's like I say, there ain't a lot to discuss. There'll be happy people.
I'm
many-
weird. I feel like I've got jet lag. I feel like it's
If you're
kind
watching
of
this,
2
please,
o'clock in
please,
the afternoon after I've been on with you for 2 hours. But I'm looking at the
Seriously,
clock.
if
It's
you're watching
quarter
this,
to
guys,
fucking 8.
Yeah, exactly.
Please come on the fan reaction show. Please hit the like button and do
Yeah.
yourself a favor. If you've got an opinion, get on.
Right.
Because that's
Never
what
mind
we try to
keyboard warrior shite. Get on.
exactly.
Show
Get
your
on.
face.
get on and
Or not,
have
as
your-
the case may be.
A couple of thank yous before we end this one. Before we
Yeah.
move on to the
Indeed.
preview. Queenie, thank you very much for the gifts.
Really magnificent.
Chrissy
5.
the mag. And then we've got random access for gifts, and we've got ADSK for your kind donation. Chris again, and Ian Fleming. Thank you so much.
Oh, I didn't even see
I
Ian
didn't see
Fleming.
that.
Sorry,
No, I didn't.
Sorry, Ian.
Yeah,
There you go,
Ian,
mate.
thank you very
I mean,
much,
Gordon can't take a pen if nothing else. Well, he failed miserably last season, didn't he, at Everton?
Yeah, but I mean, he took them away really well. The second one was better than the first one, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, the
but
first
thanks,
one
Ian. I didn't see that one coming. If I'm honest, I was looking at my other TV at the time.
It's a shame he didn't give the ball to Waldemar, though, because if he gives the first one to him, he's taking the
well,
third.
it was a deflection, absolutely. And like I say, it's just nice to know that we've got a few penalty takers in the squad. That's the way I look at it, because you're going to need them at some point. Right then, and we'll see you all on the review. Take care. Thank you very much for watching the watch along. See you over there in a second.
Thank you, guys.
How
Thank you very
away
much.
the lads. Goodbye
Lasses
from
and bears.
them.
Goodbye
Make the
from
show
them. Take
very
care.
much.
Yeah.
Ciao, ciao.
All the best, everybody.
Happy days. Oh, here again.
Happy days are here
Oh,
again.
here again. Come and
Let
join
me
the
tell you
fun
something.
and